punches.
Yeah. I know.
Not gonna lie, I kind of get a kick out of that. That he throws punches like fucking Kane. I'm like, only people actually would know that if they knew he was fake Kane.
I mean, you and I both knew he was.
Yeah, and I mean, wasn't he? No, and Kane was fake Diesel. That's even the best part too. It's like Gallows was fake Kane, and Kane was fake
No,
Diesel.
no, no. Fake Kane was fake Diesel. Fake Diesel was Kane, and
Yeah,
then Festus was Kane, and Kane was the fake. It's all. It sounds like a bad Abbott and Costello bit, but it's true.
and then there was one random guy as fake Taker.
Yeah, Brian Lee,
Yeah, Brian Lee. Like,
primetime Brian Lee.
and then there was a fake Taker in there somewhere. All right, give me 1 second. I went live, so give me 1 second.
All right.
Love you, on. Night. All
Too
right.
sweet. Too sweet. Too sweet. The only thing they're missing from this, the OC needs a chick.
Well, that's apparently what they're adding for Survivor Series.
A chick?
Yeah.
But who's a chick?
Great fucking question. Who the hell knows? It's Carl Anderson's hot Asian wife.
Who?
Carl. Yeah, well. Question. Who the hell knows? Carl Anderson's hot Asian wife. All right. Yeah, we are live. There we go. Yeah, too sweet me, bro. Too sweet me. Too sweet me. Too sweet me.
It's not going to be Liv Morgan because she's going to be part of the Wyatt Six.
I don't know about that.
It's not going to be Eva Marie.
Oh, well, no, obviously not.
Oh, that little trolling she did was so stupid.
Yeah, like anyone bought that. If I make this shot, I'm part of the White Six. Better off being Alexa. Alright, that's good. That's running. Double check my Facebook stuff.
Oh God, Dominic grew a set of balls.
Uh, I mean, we were probably in Rhea Ripley's purse first.
Yeah, his balls finally dropped.
I will not fight my son. Oh, bitch. Okay, where the fuck? Trying to see where on fucking Facebook this thing went.
AJ against Dominic, yeah, that'll be a lesson.
Psst. Just like Seth Rollins did.
Just got to ask Rhea Ripley first, permission first.
You gotta ask your wolf. Yeah, bark like a dog there, boy. Okay, there it is. I can share this. Yeah, take your balls out of Rhea's purse, put them back on, and get in the ring. Share via WhatsApp. What the fuck? Grosera cojones.
Corsera huevos.
Oh yeah, by the way, I don't think anyone can bitch about officially. I don't think anyone can officially bitch about the Mets anymore.
Yeah, because the Padres got. I mean, the Braves have been bitch slapped, and so have the Dodgers.
Yep.
And the fact that the Filthies are still in it.
Dude, I hate to say it, but I think the Phillies are the best team in baseball right now. The way they've been
It's
playing, I mean, other than Houston.
if it's the Houston Trash Cans against the Philadelphia Filthies, I'm not rooting for anybody in the World fucking Series. If the Yankees make the World Series against the Phillies, then I'll be a surrogate Yankee fan for that series to see the Phillies get beat.
What time was that game supposed to be on?
What, the Yankee game?
Yeah, what channel is that? TBS?
39, I think.
Yeah,
Besides, I think it's delayed.
Yeah, because of the rain. Because I think
it's pouring here. So.
I think the Philly game is delayed too. Because they're not.
Well, it's raining on the whole East Coast, so.
Well, no, I'm saying because I think they're in Philly. I think Philly has the home field advantage.
All I know is I have now a third team I despise, and that is the Padres. Fuck you, San Diego.
Go fuck yourself,
San Diego.
Yankees are in a delay, and because they overlapped. Oh no, they didn't. Sorry, that's tomorrow they play. Okay. Yeah, it's on TBS. Definitely be keeping an eye on that.
Well, it's tomorrow's game 1 for the Phillies Padres, right?
Yep.
But tonight's the deciding game between the Yankees and the Guardians. And like I said this in the beginning of the season. I sensed something of the Guardians. And none of you, all of you laughed at me.
They're not doing shit. They had no good pitching. First off, we'll talk about this more Wednesday. The White Sox had a better team. On paper.
But what did I say? I said, I don't know why. I just said I sense that something's going to happen with the Guardians. Without even looking at the roster, I said that. And my words rang true. And if you notice, I didn't say the Mets were going to win because I had a feeling the Mets were going to choke.
Hey,
and damn it if I wasn't right.
Hey, as the words of Christian, a blind man gets his nut once in a while.
Hey, a broken clock's right twice a day, so
exactly.
Bitch, I'm a broken fucking clock.
Exactly. I was going to say, it's like, exactly.
But I'm just impressed that the Jets actually won 2 games in a row. And I watched that entire game yesterday. Rodgers got his ass handed to him.
Oh, dude, and then the Giants fucking came back and won.
Yeah, Chris's Eagles won again.
Oh, I'll get into that because I have...
But you know what? I know, and Mr. I'm going to get I'm warning him now. If he gets all soapboxy on Wednesday, I swear to God, I'm going to have to break him down a level.
No, beat the Padres.
I just want... I don't care who wins that series because I don't like either team. And and I am going to call out a certain person that you and I both know that's a jackass of a fan.
Oh, you're gonna call out good old Allen?
And you know what? And this is the one thing, and I don't mean this disparaging to Christian because I love Christian to death. But if the Yankees lose, I swear to God, I almost want to go on Facebook and bitch slap him like he did us.
Well, yeah.
But I might hold that off. I said if the Yankees lose, I'll come on there. I'm like, gee, there's a certain Yankee fan out there who said nothing but bad things about us Met fans. Well, guess what? Who's on the outside looking in now, bitch? And don't think I won't do it. Because that motherfucker's got me royally pissed off. He is nothing but an instigating, troublesome piece of shit. And I don't care if he sees it. Fuck him. I don't know if you're friendly with the guy or not.
Oh no, I hate Raw. Dude, remember when I stopped going to WrestlePro?
I know. I remember you told me about
Yeah,
that. But let me put it this
'cause
way.
of him.
That motherfucker is just, he thinks his shit don't stink, and he needs to be knocked down a peg or two. And I'll call his ass out. Let him touch me, then I'll sue his ass. So, if he can't handle it, then he shouldn't bitch and complain. Because I know what exactly he'll do. What he'll do is, if the Yankees lose, he'll come up with excuse after excuse for why they lost.
Yeah, probably.
And he'll complain, and if anybody calls him out on it, he'll either balk them or say, you must be a bitchy fucking Mets fan, or a bitchy fucking this fan. What's the matter? You don't like the taste of your own shit? You muscle-headed steroid motherfucker.
Tell us how you really feel.
I ain't afraid of him.
I never said you were. I just said tell us how you
Because
really
I got a
feel.
Louisville Slugger that'll do my fighting for me. Because I'm sick and tired of people like that. Because you know what it is? When the Mets lost, I had a few people busting my chops, but they weren't saying anything derogatory. This motherfucker went after fans directly.
Okay, that's kind of cool. One of the Guardians players, Miles Straw, is
Right.
outside during the rain delay, fucking playing catch with a football with the fans.
That's cool.
That's kind
But you know, but my whole thing is, it's like he thinks that he thinks he was going after fans. You know what? And every time that I've ever criticized, have I ever criticized a fan for being a fan of that team?
no.
Have I ever called out fans by name and called out fans for being this, that, or the other thing? No. I called out teams and players. I criticized them. I don't criticize fans. That's what's really pissed me off about this, is he went after fans. And he started calling out a few people by name. That's where I draw the line. Look, I may not like Chris's teams, but I don't go after him directly. I say your team, your team, your team. I never say you personally.
Right.
That's his big problem. That's where he opens his mouth. And you know what? He's going to open his mouth to the wrong person, and he's going to end up with a backhand.
Yeah. No, I get you. All right, we ready to start this?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right,
Now that
3,
I've been a little
2,
bit.
1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of, I guess it's going to be called sooner or later, What's the Finish?
Bullshit. It's real to heel.
It's real to heel. What's the finish? What the fuck? You know, it is what it is. We are going to be changing the formats of the shows in the near future to bring pretty much around to the What Ya series. And what the fuck is Seth Rollins wearing? Sorry, I know I'm supposed to be doing the open, but why the fuck? Dude, stop raiding your wife's closet. You're not looking good in heels.
He thinks he's Gene Simmons, and he's part Gene Simmons, part Kiss, part Kane.
He looks like Gene Simmons from that fucking 80s movie that we did a review on years ago.
Which one?
The one with Ozzy.
Oh, Trick or Treat?
Was it Trick or Treat? Yeah, I think, yeah, Trick or Treat. It looks like Gene
No,
Simmons.
Gene Simmons didn't dress like that. He dressed like a fucking cowboy.
But
I don't know what the fuck Seth Rollins is wearing.
But all right, so yes, on
Where's
today's
Joan Rivers when you need her?
yeah, right. It's awful, darling, awful. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Stephen Ronnie, and on today's episode, we will be going over WWE and AEW, all the wrestling news, as well as G4 dying, again, as well as our kind of hot dog and a handshake review of Halloween Ends. So when we get to it, spoilers. Big time spoilers. And Ryan already knows about the spoilers. But with that being said, I am your host, Stephen Ronnie, and always join us afterwards for the next episode of Silk Stockings. Silk Stockings, and with me as always,
The Zombie Master, and trust me, I am going to start bitch slapping names when I see it. So, anybody who don't like me, buckle up, buttercups. You're going to get called out. Anyway, what's the first on the topic?
let's talk. Let's talk wrestling. Cause I want Ryan to be here when I go off about the G4 shit. Because they officially have been pulled from television. They got canceled again. It is beautiful.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, okay.
So on tonight's show, we're getting Baron Corbin and JBL back.
What are you talking about?
So, about a month ago, Baron Corbin was feeling down on his luck. And a white limo with horns came in.
Okay.
So, JBL, it looks like he is going to be being Baron Corbin's mentor.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me, right?
No, JBL's going to be the mentor / manager of
Baron Corbin?
Baron Corbin.
So is he going to be filling his head with wrestling god shit again?
Yeah, right? I have no
I'm the
idea.
wrestling god. You're the wrestling messiah. Wait a minute. We've already used messiah for somebody.
You're better than Seth Rollins, damn it.
No, you're... Thank God you wear a shirt, because I don't need your stomach talking to me anymore.
It's just like that one video I saw. I just saw title belts. People cleaning title belts. If you got that joke, thank you.
Yeah, I get your joke.
Oh, shit.
Oh, what has he got, the new gimmick now?
Who?
Oh, what gimmick is he now?
Who, Seth?
Hey, it's no Mustafa Ali, who's dressed like fucking Charlie Brown.
Oh. I am not a nugget.
No, Charlie Brown, he's wearing the yellow shirt. All he's missing is the black stripe. Wait a minute, that looks like he's got that stripe in his hair.
Well, now he just needs to be a cancer patient. Go Bulls.
What's he gonna do? Rap? Wait a minute. Well, he came out to rap type, so you're not John Cena. Anyway.
No, but happy birthday, Eminem.
Who the fuck cares about Eminem? He hasn't been relevant in years.
Oh yeah, go talk. Go listen to Rap God. That's still relevant today.
I said what I said.
But no, like in wrestling news, I mean, other than like AEW has it's
a train wreck.
Yeah, like now Kenny Omega was blocked from going to AAA, AAA Triple Mania due to legal issues.
And you know what? I find that funny because and then when Ryan gets here, we'll throw his 2 cents in on this. But I want your take on this, and then we'll get his take when he comes. In the beginning of this whole thing with Tony Khan, he's like he wanted to have an open door policy to all these promotions and want to have a one wrestling unity where everybody can wrestle with everybody kind of thing, forbidden door, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. Now all of a sudden, since he can't keep his own house in order, he's gonna pull a Vinnie Mac. You're not allowed to acknowledge other wrestling promotions.
Meanwhile, the man that just got COVID, get well soon, Triple H.
Triple H got COVID?
Yeah, he tested positive.
Eh. Well, he's probably vaccinated, so it's probably a mild case. He's probably going to have to stay out for 7 days, and he'll be fine.
But get ready for this. You ready for this? Especially with his heart condition. Yeah, that's a little scary. You do know he has a active member of New Japan on his roster, right?
Yeah, Carl, that Carl guy.
Yeah, he's actually the neverweight champion.
Never open weight champion, yeah.
Which is funny because everyone's like, oh, so he's going to have to relinquish the title. Hunter said, Nope, go do your dates.
Because they had dates up till they had signed deals to wrestle up until Wrestle Kingdom in January.
Yeah, so he's still going to be wrestling in New Japan while he's wrestling on Raw, which means that is a working relationship with New Japan.
Right, and technically, even though I hate the bitch, she's been throwing around teases that she wants to wrestle Kairi Sane.
That's not a tease. That's happening at Stardom.
So, there you go. There you have it, because technically, isn't that person still an active member of the roster? She's been reinstated?
Yep. Allegedly.
So technically, allegedly.
Well, we don't... there's... From what the rumors have been, yeah, she's been re-signed. Her and Naomi have re-signed, but she's working other places until they find something for her to do on the main roster. Which,
right?
By the way, why is that a bad thing?
No, you know what it is, and I never hate. Like I said, and I've said this until I'm blue in the face. I've never hated AEW. Do I think there's a lot of politics going on there? Oh, bullshit, yeah. Because, and I'm sorry, and I'll say it even though you guys might disagree with me, AEW is basically like when Hogan went into WCW. It's the inmates running the asylum. That's exactly what it is. And Tony Khan doesn't know how to control it. At least Eric Bischoff tried to control it, but he couldn't, because Vince Russo's a piece of shit.
Well, yeah.
But then again, that's neither here nor there.
I was gonna say, that's
but
nothing new.
But basically, Tony Khan doesn't know his head if it, you know what the saying is.
Yeah, his head shoved up so far up his ass that he could see.
He could smell what's coming. He could smell what's coming. But it's like, it's just, he's a joke of a promoter. He's never spent, before he opened AEW, oh yeah, there you called it.
What? I'm on a delay, so what?
That's what I'm saying. You called it. You'll see it in a second.
Oh, the JBL?
Yeah. But before Tony Khan, he never even knew a wrist lock from a wristwatch.
Yep.
And here he is coming in, because here's the kicker. You didn't start AEW. Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and Adam Page are the forefronters of AEW, and Jericho. Not you. You are simply a money person. You didn't start this promotion on the sweat of your back. They did. Look, a lot of people might not like them, might not be crazy about them, but guess what? They're the ones that created this, not you. So for you to stand there and claim that, oh, I'm involved, I'm the longest running promoter. You're the longest running piece of shit in the wrestling business. You wonder why fans don't like you. You wonder why your own wrestlers don't respect you. Gee, am I wrong in anything I just said?
No.
But I want your opinion on what I said.
No, you're not wrong. At all. You're not wrong at all about it.
Did I say anything out of line?
No.
And you know what it is, and it's, Tony Khan, when Vince was still in power, he tried to say, oh, we should broker a deal. That was around the Rumble time, if last year, if memory serves correctly. There was rumors that an AEW superstar was going to wrestle in the Rumble. And nothing happened. And that turned out to be the lamest Royal Rumble in its history.
Right.
because everybody was waiting for an AEW music to hit. The only person we had from another company was Mickey James, and they actually acknowledged her as the Knockouts champion.
Yeah, and like, listen, and what's funny is that it's Tony's fault because a great
Oh yeah, he
example.
totally shot himself in the foot.
Well, no, a great example is too is go and look at the DX reunion 2 weeks ago.
Oh, Corey Graves said the best line. Did you hear the line Corey Graves said?
Well, did you hear Taz's response to it?
No. But did you know what line I'm talking about?
Yeah, but I'm saying,
What
did you
Corey-
hear? Did you hear?
I didn't hear Taz's rebuttal. No.
Okay, so when Corey said he must be doing something selling furniture or something
No,
like that.
office. He's doing something with office equipment.
Office equipment. So Taz turns around when he took off his shirt during his match. He goes, "Moving furniture will make you look like that."
I don't get that joke.
Because office equipment, moving furniture.
Oh God.
Because he's so jacked, so that he's kind of throwing it back in Corey Graves'
Yeah, not
face.
bad for a 58-year-old.
Yeah,
I'll say
right.
that.
I mean,
Blake Gunner-
listen, steroids are a hell of a drug.
Yeah, right. But the whole
Oh no,
thing
sorry,
is,
it's all clean. It's all clean. He doesn't take steroids.
yeah, right. Yeah, right. Nyla Rose is a woman, but
Why is there a salami hanging out of her shorts?
the unprofessional professional, he's coming, and I like where this is heading. But anyway, it's like you said, steroids, hell of a drug. Yeah, Nyla Rose is peace standing up, but
He saw Mr. Winky. Hey, you got any more of that gum? No, I don't, Dan. And be nice till you mind your own business.
to stay out of stop muddling in my own affairs. But it's like, and everybody's starting to spit, even the dolphin.
Yeah. Tone Loke scraping his tongue.
Yeah.
Is that,
And then you hear the crying game music played.
is that a gun in your pocket? Ooh.
He found Captain Winky. But it's like the whole thing is with, Tony Khan. It just, if he were involved money wise, you know what? Stay in the background, don't be at the forefront, because like I said, you don't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch. Go stay in your lane when it comes to football, even if you have any say in that. Well, I think that's more of your daddy.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is with him, is that he needs to stop doing that booger sugar before the shows, and then he won't be getting in so much trouble.
Yeah, guys. Here's an idea. Listen. I'm gonna give you a hug first. No, I'm gonna take Cesaro, CM Punk. I'm gonna make a match. It's gonna make no fucking sense whatsoever, and it's gonna end in a tag match, and that match is gonna end in a triple threat match. Yeah, it's a great idea.
Drugs are bad, okay?
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about, Tony?
It's like, oh god, my girl still looks damn good. I don't care what people say about her. Fuck you if you hate the way Bailey looks. But because I've heard people bitch and complain about her the way she looks. But yeah, go screw yourself. Anyway, but it's just like Tony Khan is just. You should hire, Jericho can run the behind the scenes stuff. Kenny could run the behind the scenes stuff. The Bucks can. When Cody was still there, Cody was running it. Tony, you're a joke. And wrestling fans know it. The best way I can say that, and the best way I can back that up, is during the media mess that was Brawl Out, when Punk said all the shit he said about certain people, aka the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. Tony Khan, boy, was he quick to turn on them.
Yeah.
He was too busy sucking Punk's dick and saying, "Do you like it this way, Punk?" Am I sucking your dick good enough, Punk?
Do I need to cuddle your balls there, Punk?
Does AJ do it like this too? Well, how does AJ do it so I can make sure I replicate it?
You need me to give
Yeah.
you that Gluck Gluck 3000? Do I need to sound like Chung Lee throwing a kick?
But the fact is, you wouldn't be in this position if it weren't for Omega, the Bucks, and Cody.
Is this how Drac likes it?
But I'm not wrong.
No, and that's a double joke. And that's a double joke right there if anyone gets that.
But the fact is, he threw the Bucks and Omega under the bus so bad to coddle CM joke. When CM Punk hasn't been fucking relevant in years. I'm sorry. The last time Punk was relevant was when he was in his last run in WWE. That's the last time that motherfucker was relevant in anything.
Yeah, I mean, the last time he was actually relevant was inside AJ Lee, but that's a whole different issue.
Yeah, but the fact is, he was in UFC. He was a joke there. He came in AEW, everybody popped big for him. And
I'm here to put the next
young
people
guys over. I'm here to help that. Bullshit. You did that to get into Tony Khan's pants, to kiss his whatever. And then once you started getting inside of his head like a bad penny, then you wonder, oh, I don't need the Bucks and Omega anymore. Punk's my new favorite toy. Yeah, well, now guess what? I'm guaranteeing you, and it's almost a fact of life that's going to happen, is when 2024 starts in January of 2024, when Omega and the Bucks contracts come up, you don't think those three motherfuckers are going to make a beeline to Triple H's office?
Oh, you're forgetting one other person.
Oh, I know. I was getting to him.
Because if he leaves, because if that other one leaves, you are royally fucked.
Well, I'm going to say this. Right now, if the Bucks and Kenny leave January 1st or whatever January, the first month, it's going to be January. It's going to be before the Royal Rumble. I just don't know when their contracts are due, but I think it's the first week of January. You don't think they're going to march into Triple H's office and say, what do you want to offer us? And they'll say, and Triple H will be like, I'll offer you this, pal. Or I'll offer you this, but
I'll offer you this, brother.
But then he goes, well, what's your deal? And Bucks are like, we want to maintain creative control of our being the elite stuff. We want to have creative control over that. We want to retain ownership of that. Omega wants ownership of whatever he has, and stuff like that. And Triple H will be like, okay, that's fine. That's fair. I accept those. And then they're going to walk right into their retirement years. Off of 2 or 3 years they sign with WWE, retire, and send their kids to college. Because it's exactly where it's going to go. And Tony Khan's going to sit there and go, well, Jesus Christ, now who's left from the original? Because Cody will have been gone, the Bucks will have been gone, and Omega's going to be gone.
And again,
when MJF gets wind of it, MJF's going to be like, Triple H, can I come work for you? And Triple H will be like, the biggest heel in AEW? Sure, come on, I'll make you a main eventer. And Triple H will do just that, make him a main event fucking superstar.
Oh, and not even that. How about the fact that you got Sammy Guevara, and his contract ends at that time?
But you know what? Triple H is going to have nothing to do with him, and I guarantee
he'll be a perfect person in NXT.
Yeah. But you know what's going to end up happening, too? And it's going to be like, who's going to initially... this is going to fuck over, and it's going to... I got 2 names that it's going to fuck over royally if the Bucks, Omega, and MJF leave. It's going to fuck up Kyle O'Reilly, and it's going to fuck up Adam Cole. Because then they're not going to have any of their friends around. They're not going to have anybody it's in control anymore. Because the only reason they went to AEW is to be with the Bucks and Omega. And if Omega and the Bucks leave, they are fucking screwed. And they are stuck in that contract. Because they signed a 5-year contract with them, and then they're going to get fucked. Bad enough, Adam Cole was never this injured when he was with WWE and NXT.
Oh, and on top of that, he might officially be done.
And because you know what? Tony Khan let him do whatever he wants, and he didn't rein him in. Because don't you think that he went to people in NXT and as Shawn Michaels who was running NXT and said, I want to do this, 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 and this. And they said, no, it's not relevant. It's too dangerous. We don't recommend you doing it. And he was relevant and he never got hurt. He goes to AEW and Tony Khan says, do whatever you want. Now look what happens. You're fucked physically. Because Tony Khan doesn't know how to shut up and he likes to suck dick of all these guys. And then when he get hurt, then he wonders, why are my toys all broken?
Allegedly. He allegedly sucks dick. We don't need a lawsuit.
But I'm just being, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying literally. I'm saying figuratively. I'm saying this figuratively.
I know.
Because the simple reason is Ruby Riott, hurt. Chris Statlander, hurt. Adam Cole, hurt. 3 big names that you have in your company that were supposed to be cornerstones of your different divisions, both women and men. All of them are out. You signed Rusev to a big contract. Where's he been?
I think he's actually injured.
Another broken toy. And FTR, I think FTR's contract is up after the end of this year.
I think
did they re-up?
I think Dashwood might have re-upped, but he's right now
He's hurt too.
Not for injury. He's taking a break. He's taking a sabbatical.
But still, the whole point I'm trying to make is Tony Khan promises these guys the world. He's got an open checkbook for his daddy. Gee, sounds familiar? An open checkbook. Ted Turner?
Well, here's the thing. Sher Khan had already came out in a conference call, told Tony, hey, cut the shit. You're fucking embarrassing the family. Get your shit together and fucking get back to work. He literally said you are embarrassing the family. This is coming from the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, but you know, the whole thing is with that, it's like, because basically Tony Khan is basically, I hate to use this analogy, but it fits well. It's almost like Shane and Vince. You don't think if Shane were doing this and Vince would have come out and said, you know what, I'm taking over from this, you're embarrassing us, and Vince would have bitch slapped him. Not physically, but you know what I mean. That's what, whatever his name is, Senior Khan, I don't know what his name is.
Sher Khan.
Senior Khan, I'm saying Senior Khan.
Okay.
Wrath of Khan at this rate, because maybe he needs to do a little...
Khan!
Maybe he needs to do a little Wrath of Khan and straighten this shit out, because, I'm sorry, they've got... The Khan family, I'm sure, has invested a lot of fucking money in AEW. And right now, they ain't making a shitload of money. Because the old joke was AEW is nothing but a t-shirt company with a wrestling ring.
Yeah.
You know, and I hate to say that. In the beginning, it was that. But then you're starting to get big names. And you're starting to get big-time advertisers after you. And you got shareholders. When your shareholders start to lose money, and people involved that money people start losing money, you're going to see a lot of changes. And if Tony Khan and his Senior Khan don't get their shit together, they're going to lose 4 to 5 top names out of their company. I'm sorry. I love Jon Moxley. He ain't going to be the end-all, be-all. Chris Jericho. Love Jericho to death. Jericho's getting up there in years. He ain't going to be able to do this forever. And, no. I mean, I'm sorry. And here's another name that I'm going to say. I know I'm monopolizing it, but it's like you brought it up, and I'm just going to run with it. You had a great young talent in the name of Jungle Boy. You've buried him at the hands of Botchasaurus. Does that make any sense?
When you had him fighting for the world title.
He was a main event future star. The kid's got charisma. He can talk, and he can work. You don't think Triple H would salivate to have a guy like that with that name notoriety? because MJF and Jungle Boy are two of the young guys that are in their early 20s that you could mold a company around. You fucked up with one and you buried the other to make room for, I'm a 46-year-old former UFC fighter guy. My name's CM Punk. I own wrestling. I'm a wrestling god. Give me all the money. Guys, that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm not wrong. And I don't care if people don't like my words. They could suck my left nut and make the right one jealous. I don't care. I'm speaking from the heart from now on. And if people don't like it, they're going to have to deal with it. Any other things that you want to bring up?
For wrestling, there is one, and I can't wait to hear what you got to say about this.
Have I been disrespectful to anybody in my little rants here?
Oh no, and
I've been quite professional, haven't I?
Yeah, but this one you might be very unprofessional.
Well, give it to me.
So, apparently, 3 days ago, Kimberly did an interview.
God, I know where this is probably going to go, but go ahead.
Over why fans were backlashing over abuse claims.
I'll say this. I don't know much about this situation because I really don't follow her as much as you do, because I know you kind of know her a little bit.
There's one thing about this article that I really have to catch, and oh my god, that was a botch.
Yeah, I know. There's been a couple botches in this match.
There's one thing that is in this article that I'll read that is very interesting, if legit.
Oh, Candice, watch that move Candice does to Dakota in a second.
Yeah.
The double knee. Oh, that was brutal. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
So, if people do not know about this, there is the cell.
Yeah, Dakota. What that was a good sell.
Yeah, if people don't know about this, so Nash Carter, aka Zachary Wentz or Zachary Green, was married to Kimberly, and there were some photos that were leaked out of him that were him in a Hitler mustache doing the Zig Heil.
Yeah, I remember you hearing about that.
But apparently, and also on top of that, there was allegations of abuse.
Right, I remember hearing about that.
Between this didn't come out until Nash Carter allegedly filed for divorce. And then this started coming out. So there's that. But
okay.
But here's the article. Impact wrestler, I use that term loosely, Kimberly has said any negativity from fans is worth it if she can help even just one person. Earlier this year, Nash Carter, aka Zachary Wentz, was released from NXT following accusations of domestic abuse. Okay, I want that to be clear right there. He got released for accusations of domestic abuse. Because didn't it come out that it was bullshit?
Yeah, it came out. It was all was sour grapes on her part.
So he got fired for no... Like, if they said that he got fired for the Hitler mustache, then you have every right to fire him. That's a company thing. But he got fired for accusations.
That
were
got
false.
Fired from accusations that were not substantiated.
There is my biggest issue right there. I'm only two lines into this, and there is the key point. While WWE, and then read this, while WWE reportedly did not find these claims credible, the decision was made after Lee shared an image of Carter imitating Nazi leader Adolf Hitler. Lee has been accused of faking her claims against Carter with the hashtag Justice for Nash Carter on social media.
Oh God, the Miz is doing some of his worst acting. You're gonna see this in a minute.
Explains why she feels this way. A lot of them follow me right now. People have no idea what the situation is and are okay. But people do not realize that they don't need to speak on things they don't know. The reason I share so much because of if my story can help somebody not get abused the way that I was, not get manipulated the way I was, then it was worth it. It's worth all the hate I have to get put through if I can only help one person. Unfortunately, there are physical abuses involved, and getting in the way from that is difficult. Getting away from that is difficult, and I did, and I did. And people don't want to believe me, and that sucks. They weren't there the way the story ends. End of the story. You weren't there. You don't know what the legal matter is, and happening right now. And just misfortune that I survive. End of the article.
Is there anything else you want to add before I say what I got to think about this? Say your piece first. Go ahead. You have the floor.
Okay. Kimberly. One former member of Cunts. Fitting, right?
Yeah.
Chicks with nasty tactics. I'm not even talking about what the word actually means. I'm saying that was your tag team name. Chicks with nasty tactics. Because that's... Excuse me. Because that's all this is. Nasty tactics. No one remembers your name. Guess what? I'm talking about you now. You should have just kept your mouth shut again. You were doing fine. You were going through the divorce. You were still wrestling. You were upset because you allegedly got handed divorce papers the day after Zach and Wes won the fucking NXT tag titles, and he handed you divorce papers. Allegedly. That's what the timeline says.
Okay.
Someone else was blackmailing Nash on this, or Zach was blackmailing. You kept this photo for 3.5 years after this. Why? Why'd you keep it? Why'd you keep it? Yeah, and you want to know the reason why no one believes you? Is because on the indie scenes, we've seen it before. Especially if you were around CZW, you've seen it before. Allegedly, your ex-boyfriend broke up with you to go date Shelly Martinez. You got mad and said he abused you. Allegedly. I don't know. I don't know. I just know her ex-boyfriend from wrestling.
Right.
So sorry if I'm not jumping out and just saying, yes, I believe Kim. Because there's no evidence that proves that. And
right.
And the fact that a bunch of other women have come out and said, I've seen how you act towards him and you're the abusive one, allegedly, speaks volumes on what this might actually be. Again, I know Kimberly. I'm not friends with her. I knew her back when she was in Jakara, CZW, WSU. I've known her from wrestling. I've never really had a interactive with her, but I'm just from what
you didn't know on a personal level.
Right. It's just from what I've seen. And like I didn't see her behind closed doors. It's like, but I've just heard random shit. So again, I'm not speaking out of term. I'm just speaking my opinion. Again, all this is allegedly. If something comes out and says that they were abusive, Well, I take it back then. But as of right now, from what is laid out in front of me, and from what I've seen, guess what? Prove me wrong. Put out stuff that proves that he did it. Show me evidence. That's the problem. It's like, please show me evidence. I want to be proved wrong.
Okay. Can I throw my little 2 cents in on this?
Go right ahead.
And this is going to need verification. Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't she have a sip of coffee in the WWE?
I think if anything, she was in the Mae Young Classic. I could be wrong about that.
Like I said, a sip of tea.
If she
Or
was,
sip of
I know
coffee.
I knew she was Impact. I don't even remember if she was in WWE.
But regardless, she obviously never was good enough, because if she was good enough in any way physically, one of the big companies would have signed her long term and gone to the moon with her.
She
She
was.
obviously is.
Oh, get ready for this though. She was. She was signed to Impact for years.
And what did she do there?
Nothing. You know what? You want to know her biggest.
Thank you.
You want to know her biggest claim to fame is, and this is not allegedly. I will say what her biggest claim to fame is, in my opinion, was winning the world title for them.
My thing is this. Now, I don't know her. I don't know Zach. You know both of them. You've interacted with both of them.
I was going to say interacted with them. So I wouldn't say that I know them. I interacted with them.
But you've had some interactions with them.
Yes.
Now, I'm no lawyer, nor do I play one on TV. There is, if I'm Zach, she basically came out and played. Now, the whole Hitler thing was before he was even signed with WWE. This is when he was a kid, a teenager. He was like, I think 18 or 19 when he did that.
Yeah.
We've all done things in our past that we regret. We've all done things we've regretted. We've all dated people we've regretted. But I digress. By her doing this, claiming this, that, and the other thing against him, basically got him fired from one of the biggest companies in wrestling history. Like I said, I'm no lawyer, and I'm not, nor do I say I play one. But if I'm him, I'm taking her ass to court for defamation. I'm going to sue her for everything she's got, because, like you said, allegedly, and this is all alleged, the day she was handed with divorce papers is the day that him and Wes won the NXT World titles, you said, right?
Like that Monday. That next Monday.
Right, so they won the NXT World Tag Team titles, and mysteriously and she was handed divorce paper, just happened to coincide. Just like when Punk was released from WWE, just happened to come on his wedding day.
Yeah.
Things like that happen. But she wanted to get even, and she figured this would be the best way to get even. And that in lies. Excuse me. I'm going to get a drink of water in a minute. But therein lies the fact that she's opening her mouth with no proof. Like you said, Kimber, where's your proof? Or if only proof you have of him dressing up as Hitler when he was a teenager, if that's the only proof you got, then let me get this out. Then I understand. Look, if a guy is beating a woman, he's a piece of slime. I'll say that. I want to make sure that it doesn't get misconstrued.
Yeah.
If a guy is beating a woman, he's slime, and it should be locked up for it. Not saying he did. Not saying he didn't. There's no proof to back it up either way. You coming out and using this during the whole speaking out movement against certain people in wrestling, proved to be true for some, but not for all. The reason I say that is because one of the people that were supposedly discussed is a heavy hitter on Raw now.
Oh. And also, too, I'm sorry to say this, you also shared a locker room with one of the biggest wrestlers on the indies. That was your boyfriend's tag team partner at that time.
Right.
You shared a locker room with Chris Dickinson. You shared a locker room with.
Oh, God, get a load of his new outfit.
You shared a locker room with. Oh, shit. Joey Ryan.
He's wearing shorts now. Or no, those aren't shorts.
No, they're tights. They're regular pants. I mean.
Oh, they look like they were shorts. Anyway, okay, continue. I'm sorry, that outfit just threw me. As long as he keeps his shirt on, I'm happy with that.
But I'm like you were in the locker room with guys that have been all through the speaking out movement, and the first one that bit the bullet was your ex-boyfriend's tag team partner in David Starr, who you were friends with his girlfriend at the time.
Right.
And you allegedly said nothing. Apparently, listen, if it didn't happen in front of you, excuse me. God damn, I'm still getting over this chest cold.
Yeah.
If it didn't happen in front of you, that's one thing. I get it. But you were making the rounds with him. You're telling me something didn't like kind of seem awkward? I don't know. Just saying. Something.
No, but you know what it is, and it's like there have been wrestlers that have come out during that whole speaking out thing, and some of the rumors were substantiated, some of them weren't, some of them were just thrown out, some of them were just, I think they were just trying to get some fame. Now, if there were people that were legit abused and had a legit thing, my heart goes out to them. I hope they get the help that they deserve and they need.
Joey Ryan.
Just saying. But when it comes to this situation, Kim, all she has is words. Where's the physical proof? Where are pictures? Where are police reports? Where are arrest reports? If all this was true as you claim, allegedly, where's the proof? Like the old joke is, the proof is in the pudding. Well, Kim, you've had plenty of chances to produce this proof, but yet no proof has ever been produced. Am I wrong or am I right?
No, you're absolutely right.
Nobody's produced. You have not produced one single solitary piece of evidence to prove to the contrary. And Zach his career has taken a back seat because nobody wants anything to do with him because of your alleged comments.
I mean, luckily he's been working with the Radicals have been still around, so he's still getting work. So people are booking him.
But yet he had a chance to be in one of the largest companies, and when he was brought in to NXT, him and Wes were the brightest, shiningest star in that tag team division.
Oh yeah,
hence why they had the tag titles. And there was a rocket ship on their ass that was going straight to the moon. But right now, by all this, Wes is basically floundering. Nobody knows. He hasn't been on. I can't remember the last time I saw his ass on TV. Not only has these comments hurt Zach, they've hurt Wes too.
I mean, he's going to be on Halloween Havoc because he just he qualified for the ladder match.
But still, you see my point. The point I'm trying to make is he hasn't been used regularly on television since all this shit came out.
Right.
And that, in turn, if I'm him, I'm going after her too. But it's like, look, not only did you screw up his career, but you're screwing up mine out of association. And that kind of shit doesn't fly. That kind of shit does not work.
And a lot of us are waiting, and I hate saying it, but a lot of us are waiting for fucking Desmond to get cut so he can go back with Wes, and then
Either one of two things is going to happen. Wes is going to get released from WWE due to lack of creative, or Zack is going to get rehired by WWE and they're going to reform MSK.
yeah, and then
One of the two things can happen. And I'm kind of hoping for the latter because I enjoyed watching MSK in the ring.
Right, I think we all did.
They're sure they do a lot of flippities and dippity doos and all that kind of stuff.
Things that Jim Cornette hate.
What's that?
Things that Jim Cornette hates.
Jim Cornette. I love Jim Cornette, but Jim Cornette hates every fucking thing. But then again, that's nothing new.
I'll take things that Jim Cornette hates for 2,000, Bob.
But, you know, I love Jim. And I love Jim to death. I love Jim Cornette. I always have. I've said that to him. I said that joking and goes, I hope you mean that in a platonic way. And I go, of course. But no, it's like, it's shit, you know, people like the Velveteen Dream, all his shit has been substantiated. You know, everything he's done, people have come out and said it. And there's supposedly proof. You know, he claims he was hacked. Do you believe that? You honestly believe that?
Darby Allin.
Darby Allin's another good. Now, this brings me back to AEW again. Okay. Tony Khan hires a guy that there is legit proof and there are reports of him abusing somebody. Correct?
Allegedly, it was his ex-wife, Gigi Dolan.
Right, and then but there have been reports that have been talked to with the police. Correct?
I believe so.
So right there is proof. Hence why when Darby Allin was at an autograph appearance about 2.5 months ago in my area. He was due there at 10 o'clock. He was supposed to be there from 10 to 1. I got there a little after 10 because the two people I wanted to meet weren't going to be there until later. They showed up late. Todd Bridges and Nicole Eggert were late. They were running behind. So I was walking around. Darby had a line of 20 people waiting for him. Came in, signed, took professional photos. You know that motherfucker was gone by 10 of 11?
Jesus.
I was there until almost 11:30, 12 o'clock talking to Todd Bridges. And this is this guy Matt that I met there, this new guy Matt that I've become friends with. Me and him were sitting there bullshit with Todd Bridges. Darby Allin's table was 2 tables down. That motherfucker never came back. And I asked what happened to Darby. He left. Because nobody else wanted him. He signed exactly for 20 people, and after those 20 people were gone, nobody else was there for him. His table was clear. And I wasn't about to pay $60 to meet that piece of shit. Because that's how much combos were for him.
Jesus.
I took that money that I would have spent on him and I spent it on Todd Bridges and Nicole Eggert. 2 celebrities I actually like. And that were absolutely wonderful to talk to. In fact, like I said, I felt like Todd Bridges and I got to be good friends with. I felt like I was become good friends with him for how long me and him were talking. He was telling me shit about his personal life. But the whole point I'm trying to make is Darby Allin's shit has been documented. Kimber's hasn't. It's hearsay. It's alleged hearsay on her part. And that shit doesn't fly. This is why that some women in this world are abused and don't come forward because there are too many people out there who come out there and make false statements against people that turn out to be not true. And that's what's sad. That's really sad. And I'm not wrong in that either.
No. Just like that asshole fucking Hannibal.
Oh, fuck him.
Oh, did you hear about him hear what happened to him last month?
Well, the last time I heard anything is when he pulled that stunt he pulled.
Well, he got arrested for assault charges.
Guy should be fucking locked up. He's a fucking monster. Fucking monster.
Yeah. So and the assault charges was not from
Beating up the referee.
yeah, figure that shit out.
But you know what? And I'm going to say this. I actually felt sorry for him when that whole shit with him and Abdullah came out. I did feel sorry for him. Until I found out, until I dug a little deeper on him. And I saw a few things here and there about him that I wasn't crazy about seeing what I was reading or watching. And then he pulls a stunt with the referee. I now know why Billy Jack Haynes, God, there's another nutcase, wanted to kill him. And Billy Jack Haynes is an absolute nutcase. I ain't speaking out of turn on that one. That motherfucker's nuts. NVTS nuts.
Yo, me and you might have to go to standalone wrestling in December.
Why? Oh, the December 13th show?
December 3rd.
Oh, is it December 3rd? I thought it was 13th. That's Chad's show. That's Minus' show, right?
Yes.
Sting.
No. Well, not just that. There's someone's final match will be on that show.
Who?
Fucking BWO.
Brian's final match?
Mike Bushi.
Mike hasn't wrestled in years. I thought he was retired anyway.
Get ready for this. No partner yet. December 3rd, he is teaming up with Aaron Stevens.
Oh, Damian Sandow.
Yep. The OVW Tag Champs they were in 2013. But it looks like they might rekindle that and do the Edgeheads.
Oh, Zach and Brian.
Cardona and Brian, yeah, they might redo that match for their final match.
Do you know what? Look, I thought you were going to tell me Brian the Meanie was retiring.
No, yeah, Bushi says it's his final match. They don't know if he's going to come out as Nova or Simon Dean or just Mike Bushi.
That's another guy that WWE completely fucked over. You should just let him stay as Nova and he would have been fine. Turn him into an exercise guru, he became a fucking joke.
Dude,
Bushi was such a great athlete.
Okay, I really want to know how much he spent on this. Because did you hear about who's on this card?
What, on this standalone?
Yeah.
I know Sting is on it.
All right, I want to read down the card. Nick Aldis.
Magnus. Yeah.
Tommy Dreamer, which, I mean, it's Tommy Dreamer.
You can give him for a bag of Cheetos and a handshake.
Fucking hot dog and a handshake. Yep. Eddie Edwards.
Get him cheap, too.
Francine.
Look, I know I've spoken to Francine personally off of there. I've spoken to her on Twitter. She's a sweetheart. I love her.
Oh, yeah.
She's great. Love Francine.
Gilbert.
Frankie. He was at a show this weekend.
Yeah, Frankie Kazarian. Jerry Lawler.
Oh, God.
Rick.
Keep your flight attendants away from him. If you get that reference, you've really been watching wrestling.
Yeah, Rick Ratchet.
Who the fuck is Rick Ratchet?
That I don't know. Ravy Ditchards.
Who the fuck is that?
Davey Richards.
Oh, Stevie Richards?
No, Davey.
You mean the doctor?
No, Davey Richards. Eddie Edwards' partner.
Doctor. Is he a doctor?
No. The wolf. The werewolf. Fucking Davey Richards from Impact.
Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards, the American werewolf.
Yeah, he's not. Davey Richards is not a doctor.
I thought he retired to become a doctor.
Not that I know of. Nope. Sting and Slaughter.
Well, Slaughter you could get relatively inexpensively. Sting, I guarantee, he's probably paying Goldberg money for Sting.
No. Oh yeah. He's like.
It's got to be between 25 to 50 grand to get Sting there.
It's about that.
You know, and I mean, look, I met Sting, and I really am not paying. He's got to charge like $150 to $200 a combo to make.
No, I'd straight up go to see Bushi's last match.
I'd have to see what I'm doing that day, but
because it's down this Because it's down this way. It's not that far from me, so.
Yeah, well, it's a hike for me. That's the only
Yeah.
problem. It's a hike for me. But
How
the
do you
whole
feel
point.
about Ricky the Dragon Steamboat getting back in the ring?
Here's the thing I'll say about Steamboat. When I last saw him in the ring was when he was doing that whole shit with Jericho and Mickey Rourke and WWE and WrestleMania and all that stuff. Steamboat has always kept himself in fantastic, fantastic shape. The man works out day in, day out. I saw him at a convention not too long ago. He looks fabulous.
Yeah.
He takes care of himself. He's a guy I would not be worried about in a ring going, oh my God, he's going to fucking drop dead of a heart attack.
Unlike Flair.
And like I said, and I've said this and I'll say it again, I love Ric Flair. I've always loved Ric Flair. Ric Flair needs to stay away from the ring for his own health. I don't want to hear about Flair going, they go, tragedy in the wrestling ring. Ric Flair had a heart attack while wrestling a match tonight. I don't want to hear that. I don't think anybody wants to hear that.
No.
Steamboat, should a 70-something-year-old guy be in the ring? No. Lou Thesz did it. The Sheik did it. Buddy Rogers did it. Different time, different place.
I mean, then you got Rock and Roll Express.
Love Ricky and Robert. They need to go away too.
But they can still go.
Oh God, you know what? Like I said, and I've loved Ricky and Robert. I remember when I first saw them in 1985 is when I first saw them. When they started wrestling for Crockett in 84 or 85. That's when I first saw them. And I was amazed that two guys could do a simultaneous drop kick like that. And I thought that was the most devastating move I'd ever seen at that point. Drop kicks are nothing now. Drop kicks are like arm locks. They're common. But the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky, great, still could go. Robert, I'm over here. There, look at me when I'm talking to you.
Which eye? Which eye are you looking at, motherfucker?
Don't look at the person to the left. Look at that. I'm dead center.
You see a three of me? Look at the one in the middle.
No wonder Ricky always did a lot of the grunt work. Robert just did the finish. Robert, kick the guy in the middle, okay?
Gonna hit you so hard your eye's gonna work overtime.
You're gonna put that lazy eye back to work. But no, it's like I got nothing to say bad about the Rock and Rolls. I'm joking about all this stuff with Ricky and Robert and stuff like that. But and I've seen Ricky's son, his Kerry, I think his name is Kerry Morton.
Yep.
He's got some potential. Kid's got some potential. Maybe he needs to break away from his dad and get signed with DE or with NWA and get trained the right way. And you notice I didn't say AEW because they'll probably ruin him there.
No, if anything, it's Impact or it's NWA.
Well, Impact, DE, NWA. Where the tradition, where their people are trained the right way. Don't go to AEW. You'll get ruined, or you'll get Dark Elevator. You'll be on the Elevator show. But yeah. But yeah, he was promoting that show at Legends heavily. Nobody really cared.
No.
To be honest with you, nobody really cared. The only person he's hoping is going to bring asses into the seats is Sting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If Sting wasn't on that card, nobody give a fuck. No disrespect to Slaughter and the other guys. Excuse me. Well, you talk for a minute. I gotta go grab a drink.
No, you're absolutely right.
So talk for a few minutes. I'll be back.
I got you. But no, so other news coming in. We got that. I mean, there's no real other wrestling news. Like I said, Bushi's gonna be retiring. Bret Hart calls Jerry Lawler the greatest villain in wrestling. Yeah, next to the greatest manager of wrestling, you put Jerry Lawler with Oh fuck, with Cornette, it's perfect heel heat. Go back and watch. Excuse me. Oh shit, I'm dying. Pulling a Ric Flair right now. Thoughts and prayers go out to Humberto Garza. Grandfather to Humberto and Angel Garza. I'm trying to think how the relationship is to Hector. Might be Hector's father. I could be completely wrong about that. Part of the Garza family. That's pretty much all that needs to be known. He's one of the Garza family, and just another one that's at 85 years old. The old hat. Finally, everything's starting to wind down. It's sad. 3 new matches added for the new NWA Hard Time card. See who's on this. NWA Championship, the 10 pounds of gold. Trevor Murdoch defeats Matthew Murdoch, versus Matt Cardona versus Tyrus.
Okay, I'm back.
So I'm going over, they just announced 4 matches for the new NWA card for Hard Times.
Okay.
They announced the World Heavyweight title, Murdoch versus Cardona versus Tyrus.
Fuck Tyrus.
The women's title, Camilla versus Kylie King.
That should be a good match.
The NWA national title, Cryon versus Dak Dapper.
I don't know much about those two guys.
And you're gonna love this one, Junior Heavyweight Championship, Homicide versus Kerry Morton.
There you go. Kerry Morton's going to get a shot at the big time.
Oh, they actually added more. Okay. The NWA tag titles, the Fixers versus the Spectaculars.
The who's against the whatses?
I don't know. The Fixers versus the Testicles. I don't know.
The Whoozy Watsies against the Doohickeys.
Yeah, the whatchamacallits versus the Hoojamajiggers. And you have the NWA TV title. AJ Carzana versus Jordan Clearwater. And then
Jobber A versus Jobber B for a Jobber title.
Well, the TV title is the Stepping Stone title anyway. Then you have EC3 versus Storm Latimer, and then Nick Aldis versus Odinson.
I guess the narrative is no longer being controlled.
No, they've officially canceled all their shows.
Gee, I wonder why. Could be every piece of talent they had, all their big names all left.
I mean, even EC3 said that. Thank you guys for the follows.
You got Miz to screw up Gargano. Watch what he does to him.
What is it? MLW. Other news too. MLW announced a new streaming partnership with Pro Wrestling TV. So MLW will be on Fight TV, and they're getting their shit back together. So
good for MLW. MLW is a good up and coming promotion. I've seen a lot of their stuff.
Oh, give me this. Where's this match taking place? At Hog? Oh fuck. Where's Hog gonna be?
What match are you talking about?
Low Key versus Shingo.
Ah.
At House of Glory.
Senshi.
That's just gonna be the two guys beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, and kicking the crap out of each other.
I mean, The IWGP champion Shingo makes his House of Glory debut against Low Ki. Dude, they're going to beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, I've seen Low Ki wrestle enough live to know that motherfucker does not pull his kicks.
I mean, he's knocked out people.
I know, I've seen him up close. He was a Jersey All-Pro original. And I've seen a lot of his stuff. I watched that motherfucker come up. Yeah, I'm that old. I've seen that guy start when he got started.
Yeah, other than that, wrestling news, there's not really that much. So, movie news. So, they just announced a new, what is it? We are getting a new Batman movie.
Cares?
It's the Matt Reeves ones, and they're doing an Arkham Asylum series.
I'm going to be honest with you when it comes to Batman. To me, there's two Batmans that I like. There's a TV Batman and a movie Batman. TV Batman will always be Adam West, and movie Batman will always be Michael Keaton.
See,
I know that might sour a lot of people, but
you know what though? It also depends on what it is. So right now they're doing series. Like, the whole idea of this is to do a movie about the villains in Arkham Asylum. So right now it looks like they are going to be focusing on 4 villains.
Poison Ivy.
No, actually, 4 villains right now. More on Penguin. Scarecrow.
Okay.
Clayface. And Professor Pig.
I don't know Professor Pig. Don't know anything about him.
Professor Pig is a B level. I think Clayface is going to be interesting.
That's another one I'm not 1,000% sure. Scarecrow I've heard of, and Penguin obviously I've heard of.
One of the things though is, so here we go. So the 2 movies focused on villains in the Batman movie focused on Penguin and Riddler. We all knew that. And a deleted 3rd villain. Apparently there was supposed to be a 3rd villain. I mean, we all knew about the Joker in the movie, because there is deleted scenes that are out there about the Joker in this movie. But apparently the 3rd one was supposed to be Mr. Freeze.
Really, Mr. Freeze, cool it, bird boy.
Not Arnold.
Cool bird boy.
Be interesting though, because if you did a Mr. Freeze movie based on a skinny Mr. Freeze,
right?
Like the comic Mr. Freeze, I don't know who you would put in there. I would almost say, like, if he was younger, I would have almost said a Patrick Stewart would be perfect for Mr. Freeze if he was younger, like Picard, like OG Picard as Mr. Freeze.
I don't know if I could have bought that. That's my only theory. I don't know if I could have bought that.
But I mean more that look.
I know what you're saying, but I just don't know if I could have bought that though.
I don't know who else you could put. Like, I don't know who you could put as Mr. Freeze. If you're gonna go skinny bald.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to rack my brain right now, trying to think of celebrities.
Because Mr. Freeze was not jacked. He was not a big guy. The suit made him big, but he was never a big, like...
You know who I could have almost... You know who just caught... I don't know how you think... Breaking Bad.
Oh,
Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston?
I could see that. Because he's played psychotic people in the past. I could almost see it. I could almost hear it. He takes a little of that Breaking Bad and mixes it with Mr. Freeze. I think he could pull it off.
Yeah, but Mr. Freeze was more... It could work, but Mr. Freeze is methodic when he talks.
Well, so Bryan Cranston could pull that off.
I'm not saying he couldn't.
Oh, that's good. Did you see Bray's promo on Friday?
We'll get to it.
Oh,
I want to wait for Ryan.
But I gotta say that was a great fucking promo, though.
Yeah.
But no, you know, when it comes to Batman, I'm sorry. When Keaton took the role, he was great. I'm not saying every Batman every actor that's been in the suit has been bad, because they haven't been.
Here's the thing, Keaton to me is a fine Bruce, but I don't think anyone has captured both Bruce Wayne and Batman in one role. Keaton is exactly what Bruce Wayne needs to be.
You know, and Val Kilmer added a little something to it.
Val Kilmer was a better Batman. Like, Clooney...
You think Clooney was a joke, and don't even say there was anything redeeming about Clooney.
Clooney was not a bad Bruce. Clooney was not a bad Bruce Wayne, playing the rich, fucking overdramatic asshole. So was Christian.
I got.
So was Christian Bale. And if you say bad credit card, I'm gonna fucking shoot you.
Credit card. Bad credit card.
Fuck the bad credit card.
I gotta give props to Doug Walker. He was the one who came up with a bad credit card.
I'll kill you, you son of a bitch! I'll kill you.
But no, but you know what? Bale had his redeeming qualities. Affleck, I don't know about Affleck.
Affleck played a great Batman.
I haven't seen any of the Batmans with Affleck. Affleck, I know Affleck as an actor. I know Affleck could pull it off.
Him as a Batman is fine. Him as Bruce was kind of.
Oh, Cameron Grimes is on Raw now?
Well, still under NXT banner, but...
Trevor Lee, glad to see he's finally getting a shot to wrestle on the mains.
Yeah, but, like, I think it could be interesting to see that. Looks like we're going to get a new Man of Steel movie with Henry Cavill.
Who?
Superman.
I don't watch the Superman movies either.
Henry Cavill's actually been really good as Superman.
The last Superman I remember that I actually watched was Brandon Routh.
Oh God, that old?
Yeah, that's I haven't really paid attention to Superman since Brandon Routh. That was the only time. I'm sorry. I know that might make me a bad guy in some respects, but
no, Henry Cavill's good. It's getting to a point where it's like, you know, how many times do we have to reboot Superman? How many times do we have to have Lex Luthor as the villain?
Well, you got to look at this way. How many times are you going to reboot? You said how many times are you going to reboot Superman? How many times are you going to reboot Batman? Because Batman's been rebooted more times than Superman has.
The thing is, though, is you can use different universes for Batman. It seems like Superman, they always use the same universe. Or it's the same villains. Batman at least tries to use different villains because there's so many. Like, they have not touched Harley yet. As much as everyone's like, oh, the Joker. Well, yeah, you haven't touched Harley yet. You're going to do this in the new one that's coming out.
But I think, and you know what it is, you mentioned Harley. I think Harley Quinn has overtaken some of the other supervillains just in popularity.
Oh.
And that's all in thanks to Margot Robbie.
No! Oh, I'm calling bullshit. She was already popular way before Margot Robbie.
I'm talking, yeah, but she was popular in the cartoons.
Yeah, which had nothing to do with Margot Robbie. That's.
I'm talking about a live-action Harley Quinn.
She is.
Margot Robbie has basically made that character her own.
Margot Robbie is like. I'm sorry. Everyone says that Margot Robbie's a great Harley. Margot Robbie is not a good Harley Quinn. She is not. She's just. You look at her. Okay, yeah, she's good looking. I'm sorry, Lady Gaga is going to blow her out of the fucking water. Because
Lady Gaga's gonna play Harley.
yep, and she's playing as Harley Quinzel. It's not Harley Quinn yet. It's going to be how Joker fucks with her to the point where she turns mad. And Lady Gaga is going to do a better job than Harley. Mark my fucking words. Then she's going to do a better Harley than fucking Margot. Margot Robbie's going to be better. She's going to be a better Barbie than she is.
Oh, I'm so no. Yeah, that's no. I don't want anything to think of. I don't want to think about that one.
Because I'm sorry. Everyone's like, oh well, she needs to be this. I go, she's not an ass kicker. I don't see her as an ass kicker. I see her as the damsel in distress.
Margot Robbie?
Yes, she's not. She literally.
Did you not see Birds of Prey? Did
Yeah.
you not see Suicide Squad?
She was. First off, Suicide Squad. She was relying on the Joker for most of it. She was playing a bad character in that, and she relied on her team. Okay, fine. Birds of Prey, same thing. They're like, oh, well, this, and this. No, they focused not on Harley. Harley was worried more about how other people acted. That's not Harley. Harley in the comics was a stronger character, especially in the later years when they turned her lesbian.
Is that this Saturday? Oh, we got it. Oh, 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. We got to do Crown.
Yeah, blood money in the bank.
Yeah, Blood Money in the Bank. Yeah. Next Monday we'll be able to tackle that.
Crown Buildings.
Crown joke.
Crown Buildings. Burger King Crown.
Crown Moldings.
Yeah, Crown Moldings. Yes. The I am not the I am not a Nugget podcast.
When's Yokozuna debuting at Crown Jewel?
Yeah, right. We're gonna dig up Goldberg again.
Oh, there was rumors about him for that.
Tainted Jewel, Blood Money,
Blood Jewels,
yeah. Blood Money in the Bank.
That's why, if you notice, Logan Paul's going against Roman Reigns because they don't want no big name wants to go over there and wrestle him over there.
Yep, but no,
that's
like
Logan Paul's doing it.
But
look, I'll take Saudi money.
Yeah, right. I'll take 10 million. But like, that's the thing. I'm watching this and it's not. I'm not looking forward. Like, I'm looking forward to Harley being played by Lady Gaga, especially with the Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
I'll tell you, you know what? And if we're gonna, that's a topic we should tackle. It's like Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker blows the hell out of Jared Leto's Joker.
I cannot. Here's the problem, though. The ALDS has been postponed.
Yeah, because it's pouring. It's pouring in New York. It's pouring here too.
I can't dog that because you never got the full version of that because they cut so much of the Joker out of Suicide Squad.
But I'll tell you, that origin thing with Joaquin Phoenix, man, he knocked that sumbitch out the park. I hate to use the term, but he Barry Bonds that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking Jared Leto. Jared Leto, for a while, he actually said, do not refer to me as Jared. I am Joker. That's method, and I'll give him credit for that. Oh, speaking of method, Clerks 3 is available now to watch everywhere, right?
I know.
I have it. I downloaded it. I could send it to you if you want it. I watch it again, and I could watch the thing a million times. It still amazes me how good that movie fucking was. But anyway. I think if I had if gun to your head, worst Batman, best Batman, worst Joker, best Joker, gun to your head right now, best Joker, worst Joker, and Batman vice versa, and Batman.
Oh, just out of
Off the top of your head, just
well,
say it.
just out of all the Jokers, it is Leto. Out of all the Jokers, and the best Joker is probably Joaquin.
And Batman.
See, that's hard because I look at this. It's four different It's two different characters.
No, just Batman. Forget the Bruce Wayne shit. Leave the Bruce. I didn't say Bruce Wayne. Just say Batman in itself.
It's Christian. Not Christian Bale. Sorry. Affleck.
And worst?
It's Clooney.
Oh, Clooney. Yeah, Clooney. Yeah, by far best in my eyes is Keaton.
See, that suit kills him. That's what does not do it for me for Keaton. It's the suit. The suit is too.
Look at Adam West. Look at how Adam West wore it. Adam West didn't have a single muscle on his body.
No, the suit though was fully rubber. He couldn't move in that suit. He couldn't turn his fucking head. That's why I'm saying is if you go by Bruce Wayne, Keaton's the best Bruce Wayne.
But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, you know what it is, and I've never been a mega comic book guy when it comes to all this stuff. But when the few times that I was, it's like I grew up. I mean, it was before I was born, but when I was little, they played the reruns. I saw the Batman, West and Burt Ward. That was my first real introduction to the Batman, a live version of the Batman character. Was through West and Ward.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I had seen the comic books here and there, but to me, the first movie adaptation that actually rang true to me was Keaton in '89. Because there had not been a Batman movie up until that point, as far as I know.
Oh, if you're saying, okay, we're saying live action. Honestly, best Joker, though, hands down, is still, to this day, Mark Hamill.
Oh, well, as a cartoon, yeah. At the cartoon, yeah. The cartoon level, Mark Hamill blows it out of the water. I get that. I'm just saying, but I'm talking about living, breathing men on a big screen.
Right.
To me, it's Keaton, and Clooney obviously is the worst Batman I could ever met. Hence, Bat fucking credit card.
But it didn't really help that they kind of made that shit light.
Batman and Robin is the worst Batman movie that I've ever seen in my life. It is a pure comic book joke.
Well, it is a pure comic book movie.
I understand that, but it's a joke of a movie. It's like, and I'm not knocking Chris O'Donnell. Chris O'Donnell plays a good Robin. A little whiny, bitchy sometimes, but played a good Robin. Alicia Silverstone, yeah, that went a lot of nowhere.
Well, yeah, you give us one of the biggest fucking, one of the biggest fucking characters in Batman history, and with a dark fucking past, and just nope.
And it's a one-off, never to be seen again.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, and it's like when you come to villains, the one villain, one movie I actually liked, and that I liked the way they were portrayed because the actors that portrayed them, I both liked. I loved Riddler. I loved Carey as the Riddler, and Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face was great.
Even though it was never supposed to be Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face.
But
it was supposed to be Barry. It was supposed to be Billy D. Yep, cool side of the pillow.
Cool 45, motherfucker. But it's like, I get that, but Tommy Lee Jones, I've always liked Tommy Lee Jones as an actor. He's always been one of my favorite character actors. And I call him a character actor because 90% of the movies he's done, he's a character. He's never been the star. Only one or two movies has he ever been the star. And Jim Carrey just brought his Jim Carrey-ness to the Riddler, and it made it good. Not taking anything away from Frank Gorshin, who played the original TV Joker. He brought it a different... Cesar Romero.
Yeah, I was going to say Cesar Romero
Jack
Joker.
Nicholson. Jack Nicholson played a good... Jack Nicholson was good as the Joker, but it just didn't. He just didn't have. All he had was name recognition. That's what made that Joker so big. Is because it was Nicholson. You know. And I like Jack Nicholson as an actor, but he just doesn't scream Joker to me. I mean, that one line, where does he get those wonderful toys? I mean, that's the only line that really gets me.
Yeah.
You know? But shall we move on?
Yeah, we got other news in movies. Uh,
Halloween ends. Halloween ends.
well, we'll get to that because I want to. I'm running through. I'm really waiting for fucking Ryan to get in.
I don't know where he is. Did you throw the stun cock signal out?
Yeah, I texted him already. Um. So, were you a fan of the movie Twister?
With Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton?
Yep.
I liked it.
Would you like to
Didn't
see
hate it.
Would you like to see a sequel?
Depends on who's in it.
Don't know yet, but half the fucking cast is dead.
Only 2 of them are dead as far as I know. Paxton and what the fuck's his name? Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah. Because apparently a sequel could be happening soon.
The only sequel I could think that would be good with that is have Helen Hunt and Paxton's kid take over. You know, if they had a kid or something.
Yeah.
And then Paxton having the storyline that Paxton's killed by a tornado or something and their kid wants to take it over and stuff like that. That would be a good script right there. You know? But that's the only 2 members of the cast that I think that are legit passed away.
Interesting. That's already got a director behind it. The guy that did Top Gun Maverick.
I was going to say the one who did the original picture was Jan Dumont, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't he do the Batman movies too?
Maybe one of them.
I think he did one of them. I know. No, you know who I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Joel Schumacher.
Yeah, he just passed away.
Well, no, he's been. Yeah, I know he's been gone for a while. I think John Dumont is the one who did. Let me look it up. I think he's the one who did Twister. Let's see. Let me look it up.
And apparently, a reboot of the Twister franchise has been in the works since 2020. But instead of a reboot, we might be getting a sequel.
Let's see, Twister movie. I was waiting for it to load, the page to load. It was directed by John Dumont. Yeah, it was John Dumont.
So,
Paxton's gone. Philip Seymour Hoffman is gone. Helen Hunt's still alive. Jimmy Gert's still alive. Cary Elway, well, he was killed off in it. Alan Ruck is still alive. Todd Field. I don't know who Todd Field. Oh, I remember. He was the one who. He was that guy with the beard. I remember him. And Jeremy Davies. I don't remember him that much. But let's see if they have a thing in here about sequel. Let's see. Book tie-in, box office. See, oh, here it says sequel. Let's see. I'll read what Wikipedia says. In June of 2020, a reboot was announced to be in development from the original film's international distributor Universal Pictures, with Joseph Krasinski in early indications to serve as the director, Frank Marshall and Sarah Scott to set as producers. In 2021, Helen Hunt expressed interest in developing a sequel for the film. The studio also rejected Helen Hunt's plan for writing and directing it due to her character being killed off in the sequel. So they're going to kill off Helen Hunt's character in the sequel. And they talk about Bill Paxton and stuff like that, but they don't mention anybody else actor-wise. But I don't know. A sequel for Twister, what are they going to call it? Twist Again? Like you did last summer?
I was just about to say that.
Or Twisted?
Twister. We are cows.
I think it's the same cow.
Yeah, I think it's the same cow.
Lucky. Those were just downdrafts and microbursts.
So other quick news. Oh, what did you want to finish off with that?
No, you know what it is? It's like Twister. I mean, if it's written right and it has some of the original cast and they pay homage to the original, I got no problem with it. And as long as it's see, I think the special effects now would be a lot more intense than they were back in 96 when that was done.
Well, a lot of it was small scale.
Yeah, I mean they did have practical effects, but a lot of it was
A lot of it was
ILM.
I was gonna say a lot of it was ILM and a lot of it was miniatures though. So that I think you kind of almost have to go.
It's
If
going to
it's
be almost all CG,
if
I would think.
I would hope they stick to the original and go semi practical. If you want to do like the big fucking things at the end in CG, fine. But you gotta have some. If you're gonna do this, you gotta have some of that that's practical. Do miniatures.
I'll say the reason I know is that they could pull it off because the only Twister type movie that's come out in the last 5 to 10 years since that had some recognition and it was good, and I saw it in the theaters and it was good, and it's even good on home video. It was Into the Storm.
Right.
Did you
Well,
see Into the Storm?
no, but was that done by Universal?
That Into the Storm, I forget who put that out, but it had the chick that played Lori in The Walking Dead. It had one of the kids from iCarly was in it. It had Alicia Dednam Carey from Fear the Walking Dead was in it. It's like, and they had the Barack Obama looking principal. But that was done a lot of CG, but there were some practical effects used as well. That movie was done. If you ever get the chance, watch Into the Storm. That was done all of I think of 4 or 5 years ago when it came out, and it was done very well. It was done extremely well, and if they follow that model for the Twister sequel / reboot, I think they should be okay. Just saying that because disaster movies do well in the theater.
Yeah. Well,
I
especially
like disaster movies. Go figure.
especially in IMAX.
Oh, if they do Twist, if Twister was around today in IMAX, the thing would have blown people out of the water.
They should fucking remake it and do it in IMAX. So
Uh,
do a re-release.
no, then they'd have to go in and they'd have to redo a lot of that.
Hey, just as long as they don't give people fingers for guns.
Oh God.
Other news too. The MCU has a new villain.
Black Adam.
No, that's DC. Harrison Ford is to join the MCU as Thunderbolt Ross, aka the Red Hulk, aka the General from the Hulk movies.
Have you ever watched Hollywood Babylon with Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman?
No.
Okay, then this joke is gonna fall on deaf ears. Ralph Garman does impersonations,
Okay.
and he's like, Harrison Ford starred in a movie.
Well, I mean, Thunderbolt.
He mumbles.
Thunderbolt 90% of the time is chewing on a cigar, so mumbling actually works.
Mumble will work great for Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
But the only thing is Harrison Ford getting up there in years.
Well,
The motherfucker's in his 70s, I think.
So have you saw the Ed Norton Hulk, right?
No.
Okay, then I was gonna say it's the General in the Hulk movie.
I never watched it. I seen bits and pieces of it. It looks like trash.
It actually wasn't that bad.
I like Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk.
Ed Norton was actually better, and the only reason he didn't come back is because he wanted too much money.
And Ruffalo made it his.
Yep. The original actor of Jason Voorhees, Ted White, passed away in '96.
Yeah, rest in peace, Ted White. Yeah, he was. I think he was the second Jason. I think.
He was the Yeah, he well.
He was the first. No, the first Jason was Ari Larder, but he was only in there in the water scenes. That was Ari Larder, who played the original Jason. And in the second one, I believe it was Ted White. I think. Let me pull up the Jason
I'm
list.
I'm looking. Adopted grandfather. 84. He was the kind of killer in the final chapter. But he wasn't the first. He was the second.
The 13th. Jason's.
Well, actually, it was like the fourth.
All right, let's see. Jason. Oh, not Jason Face. Oh, Jason actors.
He was the fourth to
Let's
don the mask.
let's see. Let's see. All right, I have Ari Leffman played the first Jason.
Yep.
That was in the first one. Derek Mears, Kane Hodder was in 4 movies. C.J. Graham was in 1. Richard Booker was in 1. Dick Wineland was in 1. Actors who played Jason. Let's see who's played Jason. Let's see if they can pull up. Ari played the first one. Warrington Gillett played in part 2. He was the second Jason. The third Jason was Richard Booker. Fourth Jason was Ted White.
Yep. So he was the fourth.
Tom Morga was the 5th one.
Yeah, that was.
See,
that was Jason Does Manhattan.
No, that was the 5th one, part 5. C.G. Graham played in part 6. Then Kane Hodder took it in 6. Hodder took it over, and Ken Kinzinger, and then Derek Mears. Kane played the last few movie Jasons before Derek Mears and Ken Kinzinger took it over for Freddy vs. Jason. And then in the reboot, it was Derek Mears.
Right.
But no, to me, I mean, I'm sorry. When I think of Jason, I think of Kane Hodder. I'm sorry. Because Kane played it the most, but Kane played it the best, in my opinion.
Right. But,
Derek Mears in the reboot was big and scary.
Well, that's kind of what you need. You need someone that's fucking jacked and.
But the only thing, what the problem was? A lot of people said, "Oh, did he have to shave his hair?" No, he has that weird disease where he can't grow hair. I don't know. It's a genetic disease that he can't grow body hair in any way, shape, or form. If you notice, he has no eyebrows, no hair, no nothing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen. You need someone that's fucking tall, lanky, and fucking or tall, jacked, and fucking lanky. You cannot have someone. That's why I had such an issue with the Friday the 13th movies, and I got to do an argument with Ryan about this. The minute you let fucking Jason do parkour, fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't care. I hated that.
Well, I could say the same argument can be said is like when they redid Dawn of the Dead. I didn't like running zombies. I don't like running zombies. To me, zombies have to be dead, lumbering people. That's another argument we can sit there and have: slow versus fast.
Yeah,
and that argument's been going on since, and that's all Zack Snyder's fault. That fuckhead.
Yeah, yes and no. That's 28 Days Later issues.
Well, no. Did Dawn come out first, or 28 Days Later came out first?
Well, I think 28 Days Later came out first. They were the well known about the runners.
But they weren't zombies. They were
infected.
They were infected. There's a difference. They weren't dead. They were just infected. They were virus infected. These people are dead. There's a subtle difference.
There's a subtle difference, but I think also too, you also had to factor in on like, I always looked at it as decaying. If someone is a fresher zombie, like they just turned, they're going to be able to sprint and nothing's going to be wrong. When they start getting more into like the death stage, they can't run, so they have to be lumbering.
Right, and I mean, when you're dead, your rigor mortis sets in, your body stiffens up.
Right, but I'm saying if someone just turned and they sprint, I kind of believe that because.
Are we still talking about this?
Hi,
Ryan. What's up? We were just moving. No, we're bringing up different subject matters, and the zombie stuff just came up. We were only talking about 2 minutes.
Dawn of the Dead remake, running zombies. Nope, that's where it's at, right there.
You're for it or against it? You're for it or against it?
That was absolutely terrifying. These were fresh zombies. They were able to run.
That's exactly what I'm thinking too, because they were fresh.
All right, Ryan, riddle me this then. Towards the end of that movie, I mean, we don't know exactly how much time frame in that Dawn remake the zombies. You don't know how long they were in that mall. They never
1 month.
discussed how long. Was it a month?
1 month.
Okay, 1 month. Towards the end of that movie, I started seeing a lot of decaying zombies that were still running like they were fucking Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner, whatever. But I'm just saying running in general. But they were still running as if they were fucking fresh as a daisy. They weren't freshly infected,
I
though.
don't remember seeing any. I don't remember seeing any rotting zombies run. Romero's pretty point on with zombies.
No, the reason I say that is because if you were watching the end of Dawn of the Dead, when they're in those mall shuttles and they're trying to get to the waterfront, those zombies running after them.
You can have zombies that do that because rigor mortis didn't set in because the body didn't atrophy. They turned, they were active, they stayed active. You only get rigor mortis because the muscles atrophy. There's no blood flow to them. And if there's no blood flow to them, but they're still moving them, that's still going to keep the muscle supple.
Right. I get what you're saying. It's just that, to me, zombies, Romero, I think, nailed it. And I just think that's when you're so conditioned to have how zombies are portrayed in movies, is the way Romero did it. Even if you look at the Bela Lugosi's White Zombie, they were still very slow and lumbering, but they weren't even considered like dead zombies. They were just voodoo zombies.
Mind control.
Yeah, but they still walked and walked relatively lumbering. They weren't running. Zack Snyder is the one that I think that took them to running. Now, I don't know if Ronnie, did 28 Days Later come out? Did 28 Days Later come out? The Romero, what? The Night of the Living Dead from 90?
No. The Dawn of the Dead remake was the first time that they had running zombies.
Well, what I was trying to say is, did 28 Days Later come out before that or after that?
After.
So, but Ronnie was like saying that, but 28 Days Later, they weren't considered zombies. They were considered infected.
Right, but they were still dead. They were still dead, flesh-hungry zombies. I mean, if we want to cut hairs, man, I can make this real uncomfortable for all of us real quick. You ever heard of Zombie Christ?
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. Never heard of that.
I have. Go ahead, Ryan. Have fun with that.
You have to use modern day lingo. So, if something dies and comes back from the dead, what is it?
A zombie.
A zombie. In the Bible, Christ died and was resurrected. They're never 100% on if it's a physical resurrection because the body goes missing, or if it's a strictly spiritual resurrection. But since the body's missing, we'll have to assume that there was a physical resurrection as well. Correct?
Correct.
So he was dead for 3 days and he came back to life. What the fuck is he?
Yeah, zombie.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you.
Zombie.
Only he's not hungry for your flesh. Only he's not hungry for your flesh. He's hungry for your soul.
Zombie Christ.
The Undertaker.
Zombie Christ.
Zombie Jesus. By modern lingo, he died. He was dead for 3 days and he resurrected. If anything is dead and it comes back to life, it resurrects to life. It is by definition a zombie.
I understand where you're coming from. I get your rationale from it.
Zombie Christ, it's real.
Anyway, well, all right. Since you're here now, we'll just go over it real quick. Best Batman live action, worst Batman live action, best Joker live action, and worst Joker live action. Because Ronnie and I were having this discussion. I want to get your take on it.
Are we talking best Batman or best Bruce Wayne?
No, just Batman. Don't count the Bruce Wayne because that's a different monster in itself. I'm talking about Batman suit, actor in the suit. Best and worst.
I don't think he got a fair shake. I think we'd have got some really good work out of Ben Affleck.
Okay.
But as it stands, I would have to say the best is still Michael Keaton.
Thank you. That's what I said. But Ronnie kind of said he's better.
The worst was George Clooney.
Oh, we all agree on that one. I don't think none of us disagree with that one.
The best Joker, Heath Ledger. Well, Cesar Romero is really good too.
Yeah,
that's true.
Worst Joker, Jared Leto.
Really?
I hated it.
I said
He's
Leto too, but I think Leto got also.
He's
I think Leto got
he's the
fucked though.
he's the clown prince of crime, not some backwood ass fucking wannabe gangster.
But I also think he got. I think he got screwed out of that too because they cut a lot of his shit out.
I'm pretty sure this dude ahead of me in this fucking Ford Transit 350 just ordered $150 worth of fucking Hardee's.
Oh Jesus!
So you're telling me he's gonna have a heart attack?
Ha!
Ba-dum-bum. Keep your
Uh,
waitresses. I'm here all week.
I just want my fucking chicken quesadilla, yo.
I just want my nuggets, bitch. So, all right. So there's one movie there's another movie, and then we'll get into the fun shit that is looking
right,
that is looking to get a reboot. It is going to be starred by Liam Neeson.
Oh, I already read about this. Yeah, I'm down.
What's this?
Really, you're down
It's Liam Neeson. I'm always down.
for a Naked Gun reboot?
Yep.
By
With Liam
We're
Neeson?
gonna-
I'm
We're gonna
not.
swap out Leslie Nielsen for Liam Neeson. It's gonna be hilarious because Liam Neeson is a funny motherfucker.
I don't know about that.
Here's the
I'm on
thing.
board.
Okay, here's the thing. Is OJ?
But we got to get like
Is OJ?
we got to
coming
get like
back?
Reggie Bush.
Is OJ
No,
coming-
OJ's not coming back. We're gonna get Reggie Bush.
No. We're gonna get Ray Rice.
we're gonna get Ray Lewis.
See, here's the thing. How dark can they go before cancel culture gets on them?
Hopefully pretty dark because the Naked Gun movies are like the original
Notorious-
parody flicks.
Oh
Notoriously
God,
dark.
I love the original Naked Guns.
My favorite's 33 and a third.
See,
Is
mine's
this some
not.
kind of bust? Yes, it certainly is.
Mine's not actually a Naked Gun movie. Mine is Wrongly Accused.
Wrongly Accused is good.
Yeah, that was good, but it wasn't. You know what? Out of all the Leslie Nielsen parody movies, the only movie I wasn't crazy about was Dracula Dead and Loving It.
I love Dracula Dead and Loving It. You shut your Jersey whore mouth.
I don't know.
I'm
His,
not saying I hated
Nah,
it, but it wasn't the
nah.
best.
no, his last movie was not good. The superhero fucking trope movie.
Oh,
No, the superhero movie was not good, but fucking Dracula Dead and Loving It was a
No, you're thinking
goddamn
of Spy Hard.
underrated
You're thinking of
masterpiece.
Spy Hard.
No.
Spy Hard. That was
Ladies.
Leslie Nielsen as James Bond.
No, I'm talking about superhero movie with Drake.
Yeah, dude, he played like a-
Drake Bell.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was just trash. That was just trash. No, Dracula Dead and Loving It had parts that were absolutely hysterical. When he sits there and he takes his hair off and puts it on the coat rack. I mean, that was
No,
just
no, no, no,
funny
no.
as fuck.
No. Him having to get onto his shadow for fucking the girl before he
Oh
got to.
yeah, that was good. Too. I mean, I didn't say I hated it. I just didn't think it was his best.
It's one of my absolute favorites.
No, the only part that got me in that movie is like when Pete Weber's got what's his name? Steven Weber's got to stake the woman in the heart, and the buckets and buckets of blood come out of her.
Oh God, yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, I think she's dead." Dude, one more time for trustworthy.
Dude, the cast for superhero movie, I forgot how many people were in this. Fucking Drake Bell, Liam Neeson, Sarah Paxton, Christopher McDonald, Kevin Hart, Marin Ross, fucking Keith David, fucking Robert Joy, Jeffrey Tambor, Jesus, Tracy Morgan, like holy shit.
Be right back. 1 second, guys.
All right.
This fucking cast. And the movie was shit.
Well, I want to bring something up, but I want to wait for Ryan to come back.
And the movie sucked.
He's picking up his Hatties.
Okay.
You got
I'm
your
back.
Hatties?
Fuck yeah, I got my motherfucking Hardee's. Actually, I got Red Burrito.
Hey.
But, all right, what was your take on the Scary Movie franchise then?
I can vividly remember being in junior high and high school and taking dates to see those movies.
1 and 2 are still the best fucking things ever. After that, it got really stupid really quick.
I don't
When the
know, man.
Wayne-
The one where they got a hold of signs and the aliens like
3
were sticking their fingers in people's mouth and it was their dicks. That was pretty fucking funny.
3 was okay, but like, I just, I don't
You
know.
got Mel Gibson and Joaquin Phoenix together in a comedy.
Oh, it was Charlie Sheen.
Oh, and Charlie Sheen.
You're talking about you're talking about Signs with Mel Gibson and Joaquin Phoenix. That was the real Sign. Scary Movie.
Oh, that was a real
Charlie
sign.
Sheen.
Yeah,
Charlie
Charlie
Sheen was played the Mel
Uh,
Gibson character.
right. But who played the Joaquin Phoenix character?
I forget who it was.
What was that guy's name? Because he kind of resembled him a little bit.
I know you're talking about. I just can't think of it.
But I am your daughter. No, you're not. Ah!
It's Michael Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you do with my daughter? What are you talking about? She's a girl. Like,
No, but it's like, for God's sakes,
Um,
Leslie Nielsen was in the 5th one, I think.
after
Oh, what's
the president?
What's the
3,
dude's name? What's the dude's name that was in Scary Movie 2?
Let me see.
He's a fucking. I'm trying to. His name's right on the tip of my tongue. He doesn't do a lot of shit.
what?
He was
what?
the butler.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say you're talking about fucking Cabin Boy.
Yes, Cabin Boy. Chris
Oh,
Elliott.
Chris Elliott. Chris Elliott. Yeah.
Take
Yeah,
the
Chris,
strong,
dude.
take my strong hand.
Take my strong hand.
And he's sitting there putting his hands inside the turkey and stuff.
Fucking.
And that movie. That movie was the first time I ever saw a chick get it on with a ghost, graphically.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? You know what also made those movies too is the Wayans brothers were good in it.
That ghost had a fucking hammer.
And Anna Faris.
See, that's the thing, though. That's the problem. That's why the first 2 movies were so good, was because it was the Wayans brothers directing it. After 2, 3 3 was funny because you were spinning off of that. 4, the only funny part in 4 was the joke was the joke about Shaq trying to make a free throw.
We did that in Grown Ups too.
Wasn't 3 the one where they fucking parodied Matrix 2?
No, that was 1.
With the with the lighthouse.
Oh, that was.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull
that
it up. I'm gonna
was-
pull up Scary Movie now.
3 was the spoof of Signs, and
So I guess it must have been
the third
it must have
one. The third one was.
because Anna Faris had that little boy that kept getting fucking run over and shit.
that was 3. Yeah.
Yeah, that was 3. That was.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just pulling it up. That had Charlie Sheen. That was the first time Charlie Sheen had appeared in that. That was the last movie Anna Faris appeared in too.
Yeah,
She's
I got a feeling Anna Faris is tied up in some shit.
Yeah.
Why? What's up with Anna Faris now?
It's a conspiracy at this point.
What's up
But
with Anna
apparently her career took the fall for Chris Pratt, and they were involved in like that whole Pizzagate conspiracy.
Oh, I don't know about that.
And apparently there's like video evidence.
Well, they kicked her off of the TV
Mom,
show.
there's-
Yeah, Mom's.
Well,
It
no,
was-
the mom show was canceled.
No, it wasn't. It went on for a little bit without her. That conspiracy shit started like right before she got fired from Mom.
I didn't realize she got fired from Mom. I didn't realize she got
And
fired.
apparently, like her career had to take the hit because Chris Pratt's tied up in the MCU. And they did what they had to protect their investment.
Yeah,
That's-
I'm just looking at Mom now. She was on the first 7 seasons. She wasn't in the 8th.
No.
She didn't do the last season.
Right.
She
There's a
left it-
reason. There's a reason she completely disappeared with no real explanation. There has to be, man.
Yeah, you would think. So all right. So other news that we got for real quick. All right. Let's get into this deep shit. We had a report about 2 weeks ago about Frosk completely bashing the fucking the gamers and shit like that about going woke. Well, I guess Comcast got sick and tired of it, and they have officially pulled the plug on G4.
Oh, look who's back.
Who's back? I'm not at home.
Hello, my name is Elias.
Oh yeah, well,
Fuck yeah, it's a better gimmick than fucking Ezekiel.
they officially. So, and he's got a keyboard. He doesn't have a guitar.
He's got two guitars.
So, they've officially, in less than a year, have shut down G4.
Yeah, well, I mean, the shit going on there must have been pretty heavy duty.
Well, when you have one person screaming about something that had nothing to do with what they were supposed to be talking about, and you have the no joke, the one woman screaming about how there's too much sexism in gaming. Okay,
And there is.
there is. Never said that there wasn't. But oh well, they're talking about how Frost is not bangable. That how Olivia Munn and Blair and Morgan Webb were smoking hot and bangable.
Keep the network on the air and sex sells.
But here's the thing. The last time I checked, they all said yes. They weren't forced to do anything they didn't want to do.
Right.
Olivia Munn dressing in a fucking French maid outfit, sticking about 19 hot dogs in her mouth and jumping in fucking chocolate pudding.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is
Everyone's saying that it was sexist. Like, oh well, she's a human being. She shouldn't be doing this. She shouldn't be degrading herself. The last time I checked, she said it was okay to do, and they gave her a pretty decent sized fucking check. Oh yeah, and by the way, she's a fucking X-Men. Last time I checked, she fucking is Psylocke. She was Psylocke in the X-Men movies.
You are correct, good sir.
Yeah, so
not correct, not saying anything out of turn there.
But the other thing is too is you want to know the one thing about G4 that they didn't do that besides
Matt
them,
Riddle just said the best line. He goes, he came out with bongos and he goes to Elias, you want to hit my bong?
and I'm sorry, G4. What is G4 known for?
Video games.
What did G4 not do?
No video games.
Yeah. Get off your fucking soapbox and stop being woke and focus on fucking video games.
Yeah.
You're right.
You had Austin Creed, Gerard the Completionist, and like two other people who are known for playing video games.
Wasn't Omega part of that at one time too?
Omega was too. And you literally had the whole up, down, down crew. Part of it. And you focused on the problems in the gaming space. Like, is there a problem in video games? Yeah. Is there a lot of gatekeeping? Yeah, but where isn't there? But yet, you want to talk about, the sexism in gaming. How about we talk about kids being on M-rated games when they have headphones on screaming at adults saying to go get shit on, I'm going to fuck your mother. These 8-year-old kids are screaming this at grown-ass adults who just want to play a video game.
Yeah.
The last time, and the comebacks I have heard from some of these going, I heard one dude say, hey kid, you want to know what the most dangerous water slide is?
Oh Lord.
Your mother's throat. Your mother's throat.
Oh, hello.
And I'm like, the kid was like silent. I go, yeah, you know what? If any parent heard their kids talking like that, they should have their headphones taken away in about 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Let me put it this way: if I ever talked like that when I was growing up, I would have gotten a board upside the head.
Yeah. Oh, get shit on, get shit. 1v1. Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Adopted.
So yeah, I've had people like adults go, "You sound like a 13-year-old kid." I go, "Yeah, well, this 13-year-old kid will be your stepdad soon, bitch." I'm like, shut the fuck up. It's like, oh god, is that Randy?
No, it's freaking.
Oh fuck, it's RVD. But like a year after it fucking comes out, G4 was a great thing. G4 is dead on television. I honestly don't think G4 is going to be dead. I think G4 is going to stay on Twitch and stay on YouTube and stuff like that because I think that's where they get most of their views.
All our little woke bitches.
And I'm just okay. G4 is done. If it's official, you didn't fucking do a good job. You didn't promote yourself at all because it was on television and you did nothing. Should have focused on Twitch. Huh. And I don't know how to feel about this last thing when it comes to, but okay, first, actually, before I go into this, what is your guys' thoughts on G4 getting canceled?
Go ahead, Rye.
Once the woke culture got a hold of it, they were fucked.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. I can't say anything different to that.
The community is still pretty much the Wild West.
Right.
And trying to be a company that's going to be woke and represent that Wild West doesn't work.
But
I'm not surprised.
But yet someone like Frost has come out against men in fucking gaming, and it's like, well, you're part of the problem then, aren't you? Like,
Exactly.
my issue with anyone that says stuff like that is 99% of the time you get idiots these idiots that are talking and they say the one word that fuck with everybody. Oh, it's all men. All men in gaming are this, are bigot assholes. Well, then you just put me into that. And, sweetheart, the last time I checked, I'm no bigot. I'm an asshole, but I'm no bigot.
I'm no bigot. I hate everyone equally. Go fuck yourself, sweetheart.
Yeah, well, the fact that I have literally told parents to not buy this for their kid and they do it anyway, when the biggest sell for me was, the biggest sell for someone to not play Grand Theft Auto was to turn around and say, oh yeah, you can rape hookers, or you can have sex with hookers, kill them, and take your money back.
Money back.
Like,
I mean, that's just being an entrepreneur. John, what about you? What is your thoughts?
No, I can't disagree with anything you guys said. I can't add anything to it because I only saw about this just the other day. So
Okay.
I really don't keep up on G4 as much as maybe you guys do. But I do remember it was canceled at one time, brought back, and now apparently it's canceled again. And I'm like,
yeah.
it seems like no matter what you say, no matter what you do, you're going to piss off somebody, you're going to disappoint somebody, or you're going to rub somebody the wrong way. And no matter what you do or say, decisions are going to be made, and that's going to be that.
Yeah. Final thing for movies, and then we'll get into Halloween. The canceled Star Trek 4 movie that was supposed to come out with Chris Pine and all them was
Right.
the script kind of got leaked, and they're saying think Indiana Jones and the Last Crusaders in space.
Good Lord.
That would have been kind of fucking cool.
I mean, I'd watch it.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, John.
No, I was going to say, I don't know if I'd watch it in the theaters, but I would watch it.
And last thing, real quick, rest in peace, Hagrid.
Who?
Hagrid, Coltrane, Robbie Coltrane.
Oh, yeah, from the Harry Potter movies, yes.
Yep. Also, he was in GoldenEye, and The World Is Not Enough.
The one movie I remember I see him with is a movie way before both you guys' time called Nuns on the Run.
Cricket was good.
With Eric Idle. They played two British mafia guys that were dressed up as nuns to hide from other gangsters. Came out in the early 90s. It was fucking hysterical.
Yeah. But, alright. Let's dive into Halloween Ends.
Right, did you watch it yet?
No.
Me and him have already talked about it. He already knows the spoilers, so.
Okay, no, but I just didn't know if he'd watched it. I didn't know about the spoilers, but I just hadn't want to know if he had watched it yet.
I am not a fan of the Halloween franchise.
Oh, we also went into detail before we go into that. Rest in peace to Ted White.
Right.
Played one of the original Jasons.
Okay.
Passed away over the weekend. But go ahead.
It's just personally, I've never been a fan of the entire franchise. I mean, you didn't even get a reason why the fucking big mute retarded motherfucker keeps coming back until the third movie.
And the third movie had nothing to do with him, though. The third Halloween movie had nothing to do. Had no Michael Myers. Nothing. Didn't speak of anything with Michael Myers. It had to do with haunted masks.
So fuck Halloween, and fuck John Carpenter in the butthole.
Okay then.
That's the only movie I'll say that about. That's a John Carpenter film.
You don't like John Carpenter, or you just didn't like Halloween?
I didn't like it. I just don't like Halloween.
Oh. Because the thing with John Carpenter's The Thing was fucking kick-ass.
Thing was good. Vampires was good.
They Live was great.
Halloween, not so much.
Okay.
So
for me,
So all right.
Hey, you're entitled to that.
So in this movie, though, this is the end of the franchise, and boy, did a lot of people start bitching and moaning about this movie.
Oh God.
We're not going to review it. I'll say that. But we will go over spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled, well, go and watch it. It's on Peacock.
If you haven't watched it by now, then you're not a real fan of the genre if you haven't watched it by now, because it's free on Peacock or it's in the movie theater, so it's not like you don't have access to it. So we spoil it for you. Tough shit. Now,
when it comes to this movie, though, I got a lot of people bitching and moaning about how it wasn't good because it didn't have Jamie Lee Curtis in it for most of it, and it didn't have Michael Myers in it for most of the movie. Well, this also started during the movie. It started on October 29th with everything. So Michael Myers does not get his powers until Halloween. So you're not going to get him until fucking Halloween.
You're right.
By the way,
fucking serial killed one night a year.
Jason.
Jason, he only kills on the 13th.
Badass. Not a fucking big mute fucking retard.
Now, John, I gotta ask you: did you think the kid? Did you think the kid deserved to get whacked?
What, the little kid in the beginning?
Yeah.
He was an asshole, but I didn't want him to die.
I haven't even seen it, but I did.
So at the very beginning, the dude that's the new Corey, the AKA the new Michael Myers,
The new boogeyman.
the new boogeyman, got mad because the kid was being a royal dick to him, and he locked him in the attic. He kicks the door in, the door hits him in the face, and then he drops about 4 stories.
And breaks his neck.
First off, the house there is a 4-story house. Why is there was guardrails, but why was there no walls protecting the guardrails?
And here's the other thing too. How much space was between that door and that railing?
Yeah, that was definitely not OSHA safe.
No.
Yeah, the kid literally falls 4 stories and boom, dead.
I think the only thing that got me with this movie, and Alicia and I discussed it when we went to go see it, and in the first of the last 3 Halloweens,
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis was like a psychotic recluse hermit, had her house all decked out with every prison room and booby trap and everything imaginable. In the third one, she's fucking Susie Homemaker. You're telling me in the span of 4 years she went completely from psychotic hermit to I'm going to make pies and be like Carol in The Walking Dead. And if you talk about we're not talking Walking Dead, I just used that reference.
Well, wouldn't Carol be a knockoff Jamie Lee Curtis since that character for her existed before?
Pretty much, yeah. I wouldn't bet too much against that one, but it's like that was my only caveat to it. It's like she's like, I'm living in a house in the normal suburbs now. I'm going to forget about everything that happened. My daughter was murdered by the psychopath that's still apparently out there, but yet I'm perfectly fine and happy. And I get another question, Ronnie, since you watched it. How the fuck did that old lady nurse survive after getting jabbed in the throat?
Yeah, Chris didn't believe that.
I call bullshit on that one.
She got
How the
nicked.
fuck did Michael Myers survive after fucking taking 3 shots at close range in the first movie? Because there's no story. It doesn't have to make sense.
No,
No,
but
this woman got like a huge butcher knife in the neck and almost into her up toward near her head, but yet she survived, but she can't talk anymore.
She got Nick Caged. She got a light tube in her throat.
And yet she survives. That was the only thing I called bullshit on.
I don't call bullshit. There have been people that have been impaled by rebarb that survived.
I've seen
that. Yeah, but in the fucking neck?
I've seen that. I've seen that. Ripley's Believe It or Not. I know exactly which one you're talking about, too.
I've seen it because I've been to Ripley's Museum and I've seen the exhibit about it. I know what you're talking about.
So, I mean, it's not
infallible. It's not implausible, I should say.
Right. It's definitely plausible.
But I'm just saying, it's just like the way she bled out and she was stabbed, and we don't know how long she was sitting there, but yet she survived. That's the only one I kind of call. Because at least she goes, did she get a light tube in her neck in the second one? And I go, apparently, it missed every major artery or something.
Depends on where it went through at the neck.
Yeah, well, but that was it. But that was the only thing I really called bullshit on. I dug how they ended it because of the simple fact that was the only way you're going to really eliminate this character is by completely fucking ground beefing him.
Someone had to die. I think that's what the problem is.
I'd like that question answered.
What's that?
Which direction did the knife come from, and what was the angle of the stabbing?
I don't remember exactly. I'd have to go back and rewatch it. But I know it was on the side of her neck near her jugular. Because there was a lot of blood coming out of her neck and mouth. And yet we thought, oh, well, she's dead. But yet she was alive and well in this one.
Interesting.
Yeah,
but anyway.
I don't know why people bitched. Because I bet you a lot of people thought that it was supposed to be Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael Myers fighting for 90 minutes.
Right.
It was supposed to be, but I'm like, what was that?
Like fucking Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, but like, you got an all-out brawl between them in the final third. But you needed
Yeah.
you needed to find a way to fill 90 minutes.
And I kind of dug how they made the Corey kid basically what everybody kind of thought is that when those kids threw him off the bridge, when they threw that Corey kid off the bridge, and I'm assuming Michael Myers is the one that dragged him into the sewer.
Yeah.
They shared a moment, apparently. They had a moment. They looked into each other's eyes and shared a moment. And then all of a sudden, Corey became basically Michael Myers.
They he transferred his powers to him.
Right.
So fucking stupid.
I think that's what everybody thought, that Corey was going to be the new Michael Myers, and that's how the story was going to continue, with Jamie Lee most likely being killed off, and then it being Corey and the granddaughter being like moving on, like Halloween the Next Generation type of thing.
I don't know.
But then they completely did a 360 and did what they did. And I thought that was excellent, because I knew that's how they were going to end this. They were just going to, because as of right now, the only way Michael Myers is coming back is if they reboot it. This Halloween franchise ended with this movie. Michael Myers ain't coming back.
No.
He'll never be back unless it's a reboot. Unless Rob Zombie decides to continue on with the story that he started, which I doubt. Because after the second one, he kind of didn't want to do it anymore. He's too busy making beloved cartoon monsters into fucking jokes, i.e. the Monsters.
I loved it.
I hated the Monsters reboot. It was terrible.
What do you what do you expect? It's the Munsters.
It was a fucking prequel.
No, the thing I didn't like is that they said that Pat Priest and Butch Patrick were going to be in it. I found out where both of them were in the movie. When they were on the airplane, the stewardess over the voice over the loudspeaker, that was Pat Priest. And Butch Patrick, remember when they had the monster and the robot? That was Butch Patrick in the fucking costume. If you're gonna have two people from the original Monsters, let them show their faces. Don't fucking put them behind shit.
Let them show their faces whenever in the storyline that he went with, they
didn't have to play themselves, dude. They could have played somebody else. It would have been a nice send-off for the characters. Like, oh, there's Butch Patrick. Oh, there's Pat Priest.
And they did play somebody else. They just didn't.
You didn't fucking see him.
It doesn't matter. You didn't see fucking Mark Hamill play the Joker for 25 goddamn years.
That's because that was a cartoon, dude. That's a difference.
Doesn't matter.
Like,
Does not matter. Does not matter. Okay, cool. How many movies have you seen fucking The Neighbor from Tool Time, from fucking Home Improvement?
you saw his face in the first season. No,
Got
full
the
face,
guy
but
that
you
made
didn't
a
see
career
his
out of
face. But that was a long-running joke, though. That was a long-running joke. It was interesting. You were curious to see how they were going to hide his face next. That was the joke.
Fucking Monsters movie is a prequel. Prequel.
And
Prequel.
and you want to know the one thing about the Monsters movie that was actually kind of funny? They refused him. They did not allow him to shoot it in black and white. He wanted to shoot it in black and white. They said the studio and the people that own the Monsters said no. Like, that's where you draw the line?
And I'm sorry, I love Rob Zombie. I've always loved Rob Zombie. I just don't like what he did with the Monsters, because I love the original Monsters. I absolutely adore the original Monsters.
But that's
Again, you went into it with a jaded view because you expected it to be the original Monsters. The original Monsters won't get over in 2020.
I went into that looking at that. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I even looked at it going, this is going to be campy as hell.
And it was. It was great. I enjoyed it. I fucking loved it. They did a great job.
Because let's face it, the Munsters is campy as all hell.
Yes.
I'm not going to deny that, because you're completely 100% right. The original Monsters TV show was campy as hell. It was. I know it was. I'm not saying that, but I just now these aren't my words. This was somebody's review I saw online. The Munsters, Rob Zombie's version of the Munsters looked like a bad porn. Like I said, these are not my words.
And
this was somebody from Twitter.
And the TV show didn't?
Right.
But I think what I think they're saying is the bad with the colors and all that stuff.
Well, now knowing he wanted to shoot it in black and white and wasn't allowed to.
I don't know if shooting it in black and white would have saved it. I don't know. Could it have been? Maybe. Could it have saved it? Maybe. I don't know. I just don't know. But I just wasn't a fan of it. I didn't like it. I watched it. I got it through the Red Box for $1.50. I think I'd spent $1.49 too much. And I probably will never watch it again. But that's just my opinion. If you guys liked it, bless your hearts. Glad you liked it. I thought it was terrible.
Well, for everyone listening, it was not terrible.
Everybody's entitled to an opinion. You hated, just like you hated the Halloween. That's you. That's your opinion, and I respect you for it.
But I have a legitimate reason. My reason isn't, well, I was a fan of the original. My reason is because there's massive story plot holes.
That's like saying I didn't like The Little Mermaid because Ariel's black.
I mean, I'm not gonna.
No. You know what? No. You know what it's like? It's like me saying I'm not gonna watch the Addams Family reboot because it's not Christina Ricci.
Well, I mean, I don't think.
Go back, right?
All right.
All right.
As for Christina Ricci and the fucking, it's like she's gonna be. I mean, she was a kid. She played Wednesday as a kid.
You could always.
That's a different story. And if in the reboot she's not in it, will I watch it? Yeah. Will I like it? Who knows? Because I liked the original Addams Family movie. I liked Raul Julia and Angelica Houston. I liked it. And I liked Christopher Lloyd playing Uncle Fester. I thought that was funny. I thought that was funny shit. Will the reboot be good? I don't know. I'll watch it. Hey, I'll give this. The Munsters, you know what? I went in with it kind of nervous. I went into it. I said, you know what? I'm going to watch it, and I'll gauge my opinion after I watch it. I watched it, and I didn't like it. That's just that, you know?
Like,
I will never knock somebody for liking something if they don't agree with me. I'll never fault somebody for that.
I'll say this: the one movie I'm not gonna go fucking watch is the new Winnie the Pooh horror film.
No, that looks like it's just gonna be. That's just. I don't know about that.
That looks like hot garbage.
Yeah. I agree with you on that one. Ryan, how about you on that thought?
On what thought?
The Winnie the Pooh horror movie.
That looks like.
I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting.
I think it's going to be hot fucking garbage.
I agree with Ronnie on that one.
I mean, there's a potential that it's going to be hot, wet fucking garbage, but I'm still going to give it a chance and see.
I'll watch it just because it's going to be funny as hell. Like, I'm going to go watch fucking Violet Night.
Oh, I can't wait for that. That's going to be good. That looks like it's going to be fucking great.
Fucking fucking Santa killing everybody. It's fucking great.
A vigilante Santa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
But you know what it is? And it's like, you guys don't remember all the uproar over Silent Night, Deadly Night. I remember all the uproar over that one. Parents groups were picketing movie theaters to get that movie pulled. Women were actually outside. I remember outside of my theater, the old Menlo Park Theater that used to be when Menlo Park used to be one level. Ronnie, I don't know if you remember Menlo Park when it used to be one level.
Yep, I remember Menlo.
when they used to have the movie theater off to the side by where Arcadia Gardens used to be, where the big greenhouse place was.
Right.
There were women. There was 10 to 12 women outside with picket signs, asking people what they were going to see. And if they said they were going to see Silent Night, Deadly Night, they were basically yelled at and ridiculed. I saw it firsthand. Just because they said Santa should never be portrayed as a killer.
But we were perfectly fine with him being a drunk.
I don't know.
Yeah, but Mel Gibson can go make a fucking Passion of the Christ reboot.
But I mean, it was what it was. I mean, this was 84, 85 that this came out. This movie came out, and basically the studio bowed down to it, and they pulled it from theaters.
And then
after about a week, about a week or two, they pulled it.
And then the second one came out, and it's just a running joke.
Well, then you know what is funny is because they tried to get this, they tried to ban the videotape too, but they're like, that's different. I don't know how video, renting it and going to the theater are different, but they tried to pull the same stunt, and the video company said, we're not bowing down to you. The only chain that wouldn't carry it was Blockbuster.
Yeah, well, Blockbuster.
That was the only chain that would not carry Silent Night, Deadly Night. Every other video store, West Coast, Palmer, Easy Video, all the ones that I know of by me, they all carried it. Blockbuster was the only one that wouldn't carry it. Because Blockbuster was, well, family entertainment. We don't do that. But it was what it was.
But, alright. Is there anything else we want to talk about?
I got nothing unless Ryan's got something he wants to bring up since he wasn't here. I don't know, Ryan, how much you heard in the beginning of the show. I don't know if you were listening.
I did not get a chance to listen to the beginning of the show tonight. Although I did get a package in the mail today.
Oh.
Okay.
Did you skip?
Yep. Good old $5,000.
I didn't hear what you said.
The good old Mr. $5,000 himself.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So look for some fresh content coming soon, folks.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yep. And with that being said, thank you everybody for listening. If you like what you heard, please follow us on all social media networks under the Nerdport Network. Follow us individually on Twitter at FNRonnie.
At the Zombie Master.
At StuntCockSTL.
Join us back here on Wednesday, yes, on Wednesday, as we dive deep into the good, the bad, and the what the fuck was that in the world of sports. And sports and sports betting. Got to add that little bit in there.
I'm dreading Wednesday already.
And go check out our sponsors, Dubby.gg, and Thick Cut Beef Jerky. Check those out. Nerdport. Type in checkout, get 10% off of everything, gets a kickback to us. If you like what you heard, ladies and gentlemen, please tell your friends. If you didn't like what you heard, please tell your friends anyway. Tell your enemies. Tell anybody that'll fucking listen. Please retweet and all that stuff. Oh yeah, start the hashtag Nerds and Celeb Boxing. I am doing this because until his ankle hurts, hey, Matt Wolf, get better soon, because you're next. Or Frankie, or, listen, celebrity boxing, I've told you, I've emailed you, I've gotten this shit in order. Get me on this card. Have me fight one of these. I will sell out your fucking place within 20 fucking minutes. With the people I know and the people that will come and watch me fight, I will sell this fucking joint out.
You're right.
I will have people flying in from Missouri and Florida.
And Chicago.
Dude, I have a guy that's down in Florida. He goes, "You're on that card. You better send me a ticket. I go, you better make your fucking way up here then.
Ryan, I'm sure if that fight happens, you're going to be here.
Ryan's gonna be
Oh,
Ryan will be in my corner.
We'll all be in your corner.
But no, I want this to happen. Yeah, this will happen. I want this to happen. Start the hashtag at Celebrity Boxing. Add them first, and then hashtag Nerds in Boxing. And we're gonna have some fun with this. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, and always remember, if you do not believe in this, every time you're here, there will be a teachable moment. And if you don't believe me, it's just a fact of life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night.